it next year? I know it's far away, but
yeah. Well, I think the good news is he was able to watch the high level of caliber hockey. Obviously, it resembled like a Stanley Cup final type series as far as the intensity goes. But for Connor to be able to watch, you like Team Canada at one point had Braden Point and Anthony Cirelli on their fourth line, and it was like, geez, I mean, that's crazy depth that Team Canada had. And so if you're Connor, I think for sure him watching, he probably learned a lot about the style of play, but also what he needs to do to get to that level and be on Team Canada's radar. Because I honestly don't think he was really truly in the conversation for Team Canada's roster this year. But to be fair to Connor too, the Team Canada had ended up picking their teams. All the four nations ended up picking their teams in early December, and that was a time where Connor really hadn't found his groove yet. And so since then, Connor's kind of been like a point per game player, so he's been back to the production that he's used to. But I think if he takes a really nice step next year, he's at least going to be in the conversation. But it is going to be interesting to see how Team Canada structures their roster, because if they have a lot of guys that are like McKinnon and McDavid that are playing these top power play units, Connor's really going to have to stand out himself to try to earn a spot on that roster, because they might want to diversify some of the players that they have. So if you're a Chicago fan, you're definitely rooting for it because you want to see Connor in those big time moments, but we'll have to see how that plays out over the next year.
Yeah, I think Alex Vlasic was a little bit on Team USA's radar too, so that could be something to watch.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well.
Yeah, I think Vlasic for sure. It was, I mean, man, boy, Team Canada had a really elite D-core with the Charlie McAvoy injury. That was unfortunate. And Jake Sanderson actually played very well for Team USA, and kind of like in a relief appearance. And so, yeah, Vlasic is going to certainly be on Team USA's radar, but that's going to be a tough roster to crack for him too, just because of the depth that Team USA has.
Yeah, all right, looking forward and back now to the Hawks, and a lot of the conversation was the four nations, but a lot of trade stuff has happened. You can touch on Seth Jones if you want, but like, what are you looking for from this team with all this? Like the trade deadline's just weeks away and regrouping for the second half, and some guys might be on their way out with trades or sticking around and whatnot.
Yeah, I thought we were going to see some more movement across the entire NHL during the Four Nations break, but we didn't really see anything. I think there was one trade, and it was like a really minor one that featured like future considerations. I think it was Nashville and Vegas that made a deal. And so, man, we're less than 2 weeks away from the trade deadline, and I think the one name that Chicago fans are keeping an eye on is Ryan Donato, just because of the season that he's been having and flirting with 60 points this year, which is amazing for a player like him and a guy that comes at a $2 million cap hit. But yeah, the Seth Jones stuff has been really interesting development over the last few days, because, you know, you kind of knew in the back of your mind, like, maybe it's a possibility, maybe not. But Seth he was pretty transparent. Like, I'm not sure if it was a direct trade request, but it definitely flirted in the territory of where they're trying to facilitate one if the right opportunity presents itself. And so I'll maintain that I think that that would be a really hard deal to make in the season. I think it's more likely than not a trade of that magnitude happens in the summer. But man, I wouldn't rule it out, I guess, just because of how forthcoming he's been to the media and how public it has been. Because I don't know if you want to get to a point where it becomes a distraction in the room. Like, I don't think it will.
You can't go back to if it gets out there too.
Exactly. Like, once you put it out there, and it's not like it was kind of in passing. It was pretty clear where he stands, and he's kind of really hoping. I think his quote was trying to push the needle, like wanting to really push this. And so I'm sure the Hawks are really going to see what the market is for him, but also they're going to have to work with Seth because he has somewhat control with the full no movement clause.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. It does seem like we thought maybe in the back of their mind they could trade him, but now it's kind of out there in the open, so we'll see. All right, looking to the game tonight, what are you looking for coming out of the break after a 2-week layoff for most of these guys?
Yeah, I think if you're the Blackhawks, I guess if you're for any team, having the 2-week the 2-week break, you just want to try to find your legs early on, not try to be too cute with anything. This is going to be a busy stretch for the Blackhawks. They got 10 of their next 17 or 10 games in the next 17 days. So there's going to be it's going to be a tight schedule, a lot of hockey. And so fortunately for the Blackhawks, they were able to get their 2-week rest because the only player that participated in the Four Nations for Chicago is Teuvo Teravainen. There are some other teams that had a lot of their
right.
Like I think the New York Rangers had quite a few players, and New York was they were like last I checked they were down 5-0 to Buffalo, and so you figured okay that's there are a lot of guys that they had at the Four Nations tournament playing some meaningful hockey. But if you're Chicago, you got a lot of well rested guys on your team, so try to take advantage of that against Columbus here on the road.
That's a good point. All right, Charlie, have a great call with John. We'll talk to you in this first intermission.
All right, awesome. Thanks, Jack.
All right, that's Charlie Meliodas. Him and John Weideman. We'll have the call of Blackhawks and Blue Jackets coming up here. One roster move for the Hawks today. They activated defenseman Louis Crevier from injured reserve. They assigned him to Rockford, and they also placed Jason Dickinson on injured reserve with a left ankle. So those are two moves for the Hawks. Dickinson hopefully will be back in the next couple of weeks with that left ankle injury. You've been listening to the FanDuel Sportsbook Chicago Blackhawks pregame show. Coming up next, Blackhawks and Blue Jackets with John Weideman and Charlie Meliodas. You're listening to Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
What do the Blackhawks and United Airlines have in common? The next generation has arrived, and the future looks bright. New planes are joining the United Airlines fleet every week, decked out with Bluetooth connectivity, screens and power at every seat, and bigger overhead bins to fit everyone's carry-on. Book your next trip on the United app or United.com today. United Airlines, proud to be the official airline of the Chicago Blackhawks. Hockey season is in full swing, and with FanDuel, you can turn a little hunch into a true power play. Because right now, new customers can bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets if you win. Put your first bet in the back of the net on FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook and official partner of the Chicago Blackhawks. Must be 21 or older and present in Illinois. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable bonus bets which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
All month long, WGN Radio is honoring Black History Month. Here's WGN's Dave Ennie.
Wendell Smith's Hall of Fame sports writing career began when he was denied a chance to play professional baseball because he was black. He chose to become a sports writer, championing the cause of African-American players and working to end baseball's color barrier. He suggested to Dodgers general manager Branch Rickey that they sign Jackie Robinson, and he roomed with Robinson during his early career. Smith later became the first black sports writer at a white newspaper with the Chicago American and joined WGN in 1964 covering sports and hard news. He was later inducted into the Writers' Wing of the Baseball Hall of Fame.
This Black History Month story is sponsored by Jewel Osco, who remain committed all throughout the year to stock top quality products from black-owned businesses. From barbecue sauces and snacks to baked goods and beyond, get delectable selections from local African-American vendors. Learn more and get inspired. Visit @jewelasco.com/blackhistory.
The Lutheran Hour began in 1930. It's the world's longest running Christian outreach radio program. Tune in Sunday mornings at 6:30 right here on WGN.
The Blackhawks, Wildcats, and the NFL play here on AM 720. On smart speakers, say play WGN Chicago.
Chicago, the city of big shoulders, the city of champions, a city full of hard-working, gritty, blue-collar people.
Hello, Chicago!
Chicago, a city meant for hockey.
Chicago. Galloping in behind the net, set it over, a shot from Nazar, he scores! The Hawks draw first blood.
It's time, people. Chicago Blackhawks hockey starts now. Welcome the Chicago Blackhawks radio broadcast team, Charlie Meliodas and John Weideman.
Chicago Blackhawks restart their season tonight as they hit the ice here in Columbus, hoping to extend their point streak to 4 games. But the playoff ambitious Blue Jackets see this game as one they need to win, and they should win to keep up their postseason hopes and keep them alive, a dream that the Hawks would like to see turn into a nightmare. Hi again, everyone. John Weideman along with Charlie Meliodas. I'm used to saying Troy Murray. It just kind of rolls off my tongue. But I'm working with Charlie tonight. I'm the lucky guy. And Charlie, got a great hockey game to talk about here tonight. It's the Blackhawks and the Columbus Blue Jackets. Final time this season. Last time these two teams met, it was back at the United Center. And the young and up-and-coming Columbus Blue Jackets put it on the Blackhawks that night, 6-3. 27 games left in the regular season for the Chicago Blackhawks. I think if they want to set the tone for next season, this might be the time to get off on the right foot on something like that.
Yeah, for sure. And by the way, great to be with you, John.
Yeah,
thanks for that little introduction. Hawks were trending in the right direction before the break. I know in the wins-loss column it doesn't seem that way, but they had picked up points in 8 of 11 games leading into the break. Unfortunately, it didn't end the way the Blackhawks wanted to in St. Louis with the 6-5 shootout loss after holding a couple of leads in that game. But if the Hawks do want to at least build some momentum for the second half in the final 27 games, let's start it here tonight and let's build some positive momentum for the rest of the year.
And if you think about it, Charlie, if you're head coach Anders Sorensen, 27 games remaining in this season, if you've got guys doing the right things going down the stretch, and I mean, they say play the game the right way. I'm all for that, but if they can establish something between now and the end of the regular season, I feel like they're going to have a good summer to build on. Unlike last year where there was a lot of uncertainty. I mean, not that it was a terrible position for the team to be in, but that they lucked out. They were able to select Artem Levshinov with the second pick in the draft. Who knows what the way the draft is going to lay out for, this coming summer. But at least they'll have, if they can get things going the right way and finish strong, they'll have momentum going into next season. I think that's hugely important.
Yeah, and we're seeing a lot more of the young guys start to step up in larger roles, not just getting opportunities. Frank Nazar, Landon Slaggert, you see a few of the guys on the back end as well. It's not just Connor Bedard anymore. We were starting to see more of a youth movement, and we might see more of that beyond the March 7 trade deadline if some bodies are shipped out. The Hawks are probably going to lean more on some of the younger guys for the final few games.
Well, real quickly, I'm going to make one more point, then get to some sponsored items. The Blue Jackets look at this game. I said it in my opening statement. They see this game as a game that they need to win and a game that they should win. They're getting a couple of guys back in their lineup tonight, including their captain, Boone Jenner, who will make his season debut for the Blue Jackets here tonight, if you can believe that. And they're also going to get back Kirill Marchenko. That's a name that people around the NHL are going to get to know. They've got a couple of young studs on this Blue Jacket team at every position. I'm telling you, this is going to be a team to watch in the coming years. So we may see a little bit of a vision of that here tonight.
Absolutely. And they're starting to get healthy, too. They've had a real tough time in the injury front. But they're starting to get a lot of bodies back, and there's that signature.
You got your initiation, bud.
I didn't flinch as much as I thought I was going to, John.
Well, you're in the club now. All right. Who's going to deliver? Sponsored by Mitsubishi Electric Heating and Air Conditioning. Electric heat pumps for a better environment inside and out. Visit getacomfyhome.com. And, of course, I'm going to go with Hawk captain Nick Foligno, who was a 6-year captain here in Columbus for the Blue Jackets. Hoping Nick is going to deliver. He's going to start the game for the Blackhawks anyway. All right, Charlie, put you to the test here. Keys to the game, sponsored by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. What do you have?
All right, thanks, John. I'm going to take a layup to start. Start on time. Columbus, a plus 19 goal differential in the first period, minus 24 differential in the second, third, and overtime combined. Second one, keep it simple. Guys, it's been a 2-week break. The legs are probably going to feel a little slow, so chip it in if you don't have a play. Live to fight another shift. And lastly, get pucks on net. The Hawks are dead last in shots on goal per game at 24.8.
Yeah.
Test Elvers Merzlikins early because he's had a lengthy stretch as well.
Well done. Give me a fist bump. Now stick around because I got the next segment for you, brother. Who are you banking on tonight, Charlie? Sponsored by Marquette Bank. Love where you bank. Celebrating 80 years of neighborhood banking.
I'm going to go with Landon Slaggert. I think he's got a 3-game point drought. He's on Connor Bedard's line. Energy forward, and if there's a guy that you want to run through a wall in this game to set the tone, it's going to be Slaggert.
I 1,000% agree with you on Landon Slaggert. I love his energy. You know, the time I think I like watching Landon Slaggert most is when the Blackhawks are killing a penalty. And he's that kid that's chasing the puck carrier, making him a little bit nervous. Oh, no, that kid, where is he? He's over there. Oh, wait, he just took the puck away from him.
It's funny because he's one of those guys, too, that gets in your face, and he does it with a smile on his face as well.
All right, well, thank you, Charlie. Well, the teams have lined up on their respective blue lines. We'll have hockey here momentarily as the Blackhawks and Blue Jackets will have at it for the second of 2 occasions this season. Right now, we're going to send it down to ice level and pick up our anthem singer, Mr. Leo Welsh. And then hockey will begin after that. The Blackhawks and the Blue Jackets. And this used to be, by the way, a divisional rivalry. Then back when The Blue Jackets went to the Eastern Conference. They joined a different division, but a full building here at the Nationwide Arena should be enjoying a great hockey game here tonight, as I'm hoping all of you listening will as well. Here's our anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
One of the great voices in the National Hockey League among the anthem singers, Mr. Leo Welsh. A nice rendition for sure. All right, here are the starting lineups. In goal for the Columbus Blue Jackets, Elvis Merzlikins, 4-2-2 in his career against the Blackhawks. At defense are Jake Christensen and Damon Severson. Up front from left to right, Zach Aston Reese will start at left wing. Centering the Blue Jackets opening line, Justin Danforth. And starting at the right wing, Matthew Olivier, who might be the heavyweight champion in the National Hockey League, depending on your opinion. And starting in goal for the Blackhawks, Peter Mrazek in his career against Columbus, 3-8-2. At defense are Seth Jones and Alec Martinez. Up front from left to right, Teuvo Teravainen starts at left wing. Nick Foligno centers the Hawks opening line. Ilya Mikheyev starts at the right wing. Referees tonight are Brandon Blandina and Chris Lee. The linesman, Matt McPherson and Tyson Baker. And as you can hear by those puck sounds, we're underway here in Columbus. And inside the Columbus zone on the right wing side, Severson lifts the puck down to the Hawk blue line. Martinez there, sticks it ahead to Teravainen. He's through center ice over the Blue Jacket blue line. Got away a shot, but it was blocked by Christensen. Blue Jackets get the puck back, and it's cleared down ice by Aston Reese. And icing's going to be the call here early on. So we played 28 seconds, no score in the game. And Anders Sorensen now, Blackhawks head coach, will get a new 5 out there, face off in the Blue Jacket zone to the right of, actually now to the left of Merzlikins.
For every Blackhawks goal, Marquette Bank is donating $80 to a local charity to celebrate 80 years of neighborhood banking and giving back to the community.
Well, your guys out there right now, Charlie. Landon Slaggert off the draw. Slaggert got the puck to Connor Bedard in the right wing corner. He's being leaned on there by Christensen. Loose puck in behind the Blue Jacket net. Danforth claims it, moves it ahead to center ice. Aston Reese over the Hawk blue line will fire a shot from the left circle that hit the top of the glove of Peter Mrazek and deflects up into the protective netting. So we get a whistle and a face-off in the Hawk zone to Mrazek's right. Blue Jackets with a ton of speed on their forward lines. And this was just the third line that played. And now Boone Jenner will make his season debut here with this shift, the Blue Jackets captain.
Gets a nice ovation, too, by the Columbus faithful here.
They're not booing that. They're saying Boone. He is beloved in this town, very active in the community, and just a good person. And now Ryan Donato knocks the puck away off the draw. The Jackets get it back. Dante Fabro sticks it off the right corner boards and down behind the Hawk net up the far side. This is taken back by the Blue Jackets. A shot from Zach Werenski from the right circle sails over the net. Puck taken back in the far corner by Cole Sillinger. He winds it behind the net to the near side, then got it back behind the net, fed it up the slot. And Kent Johnson sent it toward the net, blocked in front. Loose puck taken out of there by Connor Bedard. Passing head Ryan Donato through center ice over the Jackets line on the right wing. He spins the puck down behind the net. Slaggert came out with it to Donato behind the net. To Bedard right circle. He fires and Jenner blocked that. Now the puck taken back by the Hawks. Seth Jones, a former Blue Jacket from the right point, will spin it down in behind the Blue Jackets net. And Zach Werenski gave it up there. Frank Nazar fed it up the slot. Martinez fires, and a pad save made by Merzlikins. Nazar from the left corner to Martinez left point. Whips the puck down behind the net and away up the far side. Seth Jones went to lift the stick of Dmitry Voronkov so the puck would sail by. Ends up back in the Hawk zone, and Jones has now got it in the far corner. Passing behind the net into the near corner. Martinez tried to clear the puck up the left wing side. Nazar will give it a nudge ahead to Philip Kurashev back in the Hawks lineup. Drops it back to Bertuzzi, Hawk line. He'll send the puck back in the Hawk zone. Here's Jones with a pass ahead to Kurashev at center ice, and he'll backhand it into the right wing corner in the Blue Jacket zone. And it's claimed now in behind the Blue Jacket net by Ivan Provorov. 3 goals in his last 4 games. Actually, 4 points overall in the last 4. He's been pretty hot. Jackets gain the Hawk zone. James Van Riemsdyk in the right wing corner, battling with the Hawks, Ethan Del Mastro, and he'll put the puck in front of the net. TJ Brody there to get it. Passing over to Del Mastro along the left sideboards, goes rink wide with a pass. Lucas Reichel to the Blue Jacket line on the right wing. Will spin and backhand it down behind the net into the near corner. Craig Smith moves it up the boards to the left point. Del Mastro fires from there. That deflects across the rink. Taken back by the Blue Jackets, and it's cleared ahead toward the Hawk end, but this deflects up and over the glass and out of play. So we have no score. 17:03 left in period number 1 here in Cbus.
Good pace early on in this hockey game. The chance by Zach Werenski over in Chicago's end, I think that might have hit the right post. And then Chicago on the next shift, they go the other way. Frank Nazar looked like he had Philip Kurashev open in the slot. I'm not sure he saw him. Ended up giving it to Alec Martinez on the point, who fired off a low danger shot, but and then Nazar almost actually got the rebound on that, but he had Kurashev wide open on the slot. I have to go back and look to see if there was a defenseman that was actually preventing him from doing it, but Kurashev reached his stick out to try to get the pass, but I don't think Nazar saw him.
Get an icing call here against the Blue Jackets. This is going to bring the draw back in the Columbus zone. This will be in the circle to the right of Elvis Merzlikins. Justin Danforth facing off against the Hawks, Nick Foligno. Danforth put the puck into the corner. Severson clears it off the right boards to center ice. Teuvo Teravainen from the Columbus line slots the puck down behind the net on a delayed offside. And Severson will carry it out. Severson to center ice. Lifts it through the air to the right wing corner Hawks zone. Danforth tried to get to it. He was beaten to the puck by the Hawks, Alex Vlasic. Foligno will skate it out up the right wing to center ice, front of the benches. Pokes it off the boards deep into the Jacket zone. Got it behind the net. Now to the high slot. There's a pass now over to Murphy, top of the right circle. Guns a shot, and it was blocked in front of the net. Ilya Mikheyev in there trying to create havoc. Murphy again, a long shot from the line. Was blocked in the slot again. Looked like it hit Landon Slaggert, who turned in front, tried to make a screen. Olivier back the other way. Through center ice into the Hawk zone. Lost the puck along the right boards. Got it back. Out to the line. Fabro fed the slot. Sillinger fires a backhander. That goes wide. Sillinger's father, Mike, also played for this Columbus Blue Jackets team, along with 11 other NHL teams. Now from the slot, here's a shot by Johnson. He scores. Kent Johnson, the Michigan product, took a handoff from the far side of the ring and fired a hard wrist shot low and under the glove of Peter Mrazek. And the Blue Jackets take a 1-0 lead.
The Blackhawks had an opportunity to get this puck out of the zone with Slaggert and Donato up, but they unfortunately weren't able to do it. Kent Johnson finds himself in the inner slot, I believe. That's his second goal against the Blackhawks this year.
It is.
To make it 1-0 Columbus.
The goal at 4:10 of period number 1. We'll have to pick up the announcement to find out who picked up the primary assist. A couple of players over in the same spot on that handoff. So 1-0 Columbus as we rejoin the play. Alec Martinez sends the puck down in behind the
Columbus goal is his 18th goal of the season, scored by number 91.
Passing up ice, picked off by Seth Jones, Hawk line. Sent it back into the Hawk zone. Martinez will clear it ahead. Nazar carrying back into the Hawk zone. Dropping it off, Martinez near corner. Whips it across the rink on the right wing side, Seth Jones. He spins it ahead into the Blue Jacket end. And Fabro took it away. Clears the puck ahead to Johnson. He'll send it all the way down. Mrazek grabbing the puck behind the net. Werenski got the assist on that Kent Johnson goal. I'm going to give you a little nugget here in just a minute about Zach Werenski. That's 22 straight home games with a point. I'll tell you the significance of that here in just a moment as they're continuing to play in the Hawk zone. Donato tossing the puck to center ice. Slaggert breaking into the Blue Jacket zone. He tries to beat the defenseman Provorov on the play. Ends up in behind the net. The puck is fished out. Slaggert took it back right corner. Out to the line. Here's Donato. Long shot. Merzlikins a butterfly save. Donato along the right sideboards. Battling with Provorov. He'll scoop it in behind the Jackets net around to the left side point. Bedard cutting through the high slot to the right circle. Looked like he was hooked. No penalty called. Marchenko got the stick in there. Now Bedard took the puck back in the left wing corner. Carries out to the point. Moves it down to Patrick Maroon in the left wing corner. Maroon scrapes it behind the net. Ryan Donato fed it back out to the high slot. Now top of the left circle. Ethan Del Mastro fires. Save. Rebound. Score! In front of the net. And now this goal is going to be washed out. Let's see what the call is going to be here. Patrick Maroon was in front of the net. And we may get a call for goaltender interference. I don't know. Connor Bedard is leading the fist bump line at the benches. We're going to have to see what the call is here.
Goal on the play due to the Chicago player running into the goalie prior to the puck crossing the line.
Well, all reviews in tonight's game are sponsored by Northwestern Medicine, with more nationally ranked specialties than any other hospital in Illinois by U.S. News and World Report. The teams at Northwestern Medicine offer second opinions for the toughest conditions. It looks like the Hawks coaching staff is trying to get word on whether or not they want to review this. Derek King is on his headset.
Yeah, it's being reviewed right now, I believe. We get the old.
Well, I don't see a ref that's near the penalty box, so it looks like they've made the call and they're just waiting on Chicago to see if they want to challenge it.
There is a discussion at the Blackhawks bench. The official that washed out the goal was Brandon Blandina. Chris Lee is the other referee. And we'll see what we get here. The person that ran into Merzlikins, from all appearances, looks like they're going to let it stay. Blackhawks are not going to contest this, so no goal. It was Connor Bedard who his momentum carried him into Merzlikins' left pad, and the puck entered the net. No goal. So now a kid named Joseph Labate out there for the Columbus Blue Jackets. He's in his Blue Jacket debut. He's played 13 previous games in the National Hockey League, all for Vancouver, and he's got a high number of penalty minutes, folks. He's out there lined up beside Patrick Maroon as the play will continue in Blue Jacket zone. Far corner, Christensen clearing up the left wing side to center ice. The aforementioned Labate to the puck. Hawk blue line hands it off to Van Riemsdyk. We get a whistle as this play is ruled on the offside. 13:38 left in period number one here in Columbus. It's the Blue Jackets 1 and the Hawks no score. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Got an older wreck car taking up space in your driveway or garage? Get cash in a flash from Global Auto Recycling and Repair. They'll take that unwanted car off your hands today. Family owned and operated, Global Auto has been serving Chicagoland for over 60 years, and they'll give you cash in a flash to take away that old junk car, even if it's no longer running. Call 847-608-4700 for Global Auto Recycling and Repair and get cash in a flash.
Hi, this is Dave Musil, owner of Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric. Do you have a plumbing emergency? Call Four Seasons. An electrical emergency? Call Four Seasons. A heating or cooling emergency? Call Four Seasons. Same-day hot water tank installation needed? Call Four Seasons. Need a whole home generator? Call Four Seasons. We guarantee same-day installation on all heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical needs. And no extra charge for nights, weekends, or holidays.
For all the right reasons, call 866-4 Seasons.
After the end of a good fight, you deserve an ice-cold reward. Modelo is the mark of a fighter. You've earned this rich golden lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. Because you know, the bigger the fight, the better the reward. You put in the hours, the energy, the tough labor. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
You're listening to Chicago Blackhawks hockey. Now, back to the game.
Back here at Nationwide Arena, Blackhawks down 1-0 to the Columbus Blue Jackets. Blackhawks fans, next season marks 100 years of hockey in Chicago, and full and half season ticket plans are on sale now. Experience the rivalries, the celebrations, and the unforgettable moments that will define this milestone season. You don't want to miss this. Secure your seat today at blackhawks.com/membership.
So 1-0 in favor of the Blue Jackets. Glad to have you along. John Whiteman along with Charlie Romeliotis, the great Charlie Romeliotis, here in Columbus, Ohio.
I don't know about that.
Ah, come on. There's no debate. You are great. In behind the Columbus net, Severson grabs the puck. Shot a pass through center ice. It deflects all the way down. No icing will be called. Aston Reese took the puck below the goal line and scoops it into the crease. Peter Mrazek gloves it off the ice and holds it. Get a whistle stop play. And we'll get a face-off in the circle to Mrazek's left. I want to finish my thought. Zach Werenski, who, by the way, led Team USA in points in the Four Nations face-off, Charlie. He picked up the assist on the goal that was scored earlier by Kent Johnson. And with that assist, Zach Werenski has scored in 22 straight home games. He scored a point in 22 straight home games. He's now fourth all-time in NHL history in defensemen that have done that, and he trails former Blackhawk defenseman Phil Housley in that category by only a single tally for third overall. In between the circles, Hawk zone. Here's a pass by Sillinger to the near corner. Jenner to Werenski, right point, moves it to the left point, and a shot there from Fabro sails wide off a deflection. Martinez scoops it around up the left wing side to center ice. Werenski there. Sent it ahead of the Hawk blue line, picked up by Ryan Donato. He'll track back into the Hawk zone, move it over to Seth Jones, who clears the puck up the right side to center ice. Bedard took it away from Jenner, who then took it right back over the center ice circle and flipped it down into the Blue Jacket zone. And Dante Fabro to the puck. Ex of the Nashville Predators. He moves it across on the right wing side to Werenski at center ice. Sent it to the Hawk blue line. Alec Martinez, who played his college hockey down the road in Oxford, Ohio at Miami of Ohio. Spins it ahead, Frank Nazar. He's over the Blue Jackets line to the right circle with a drop pass that's swept away. Kept in at the left point, however, by Alex Vlasic. Spins it down behind the net. Fabro hit there by the Hawks' Philip Kurashev. Veers it away, but not out. Adam Fantilli will move it around behind the net up the left wing side to Marchenko. Rink wide pass for Ronkoff, then to Fantilli. Firing for the top of the right circle Hawk zone. That sails high and wide. Marchenko at the left point. Gave away the puck. Nazar to center ice. Lost the puck in his skates. Checked in front of the Blue Jackets bench. Leaves it for Kurashev. Moves it ahead. Craig Smith into the Blue Jacket zone. Firing for the right wing boards. That's off the chest of Merzlikins, and he'll glove the puck off the ice and hold it. Whistle stopping play. 11:38 left in the first. And no score. 1-0 Columbus. You look at the shots on goal, Charlie. The Hawks have actually outshot Columbus so far in the hockey game, but trail by a single tally.
Yeah, good. Honestly, good pace to this game. For Chicago, shot attempts are 10-9 in favor of the Blackhawks. Let's see if got an offensive zone face-off here. It's the Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric face-off. For all the right reasons, call 866-4SEASONS.
Devin Matejchuk with the puck. Columbus defenseman moving it off the right wing boards and down behind the Hawk net. Picked off by TJ Brody. Trying to move it out up the left wing side. LeBate took the puck away for Columbus. Put it back into the near corner. Del Mastro poke checks it behind the net. Reichel spins the puck around up the right side to Maroon. Passes across on the left wing to Del Mastro, who gains center ice. Then to the Columbus line, where he dumps the puck down the boards behind the net into the far corner. Here's Foligno scraping the puck away behind the net. Took it to the left wing corner. Gave the puck to Maroon back in the net. He's pushed off the puck by Provorov. And the Columbus defenseman will carry out and get some room. And they'll loop back with the puck behind his own net. Get a little more room as the Blue Jackets are in the midst of a line change. Provorov hands it off on the right wing to Danforth at center ice, who dumps the puck down behind the Hawk net far corner. Aston Reese rides Murphy into the boards. And not before Murphy scoops it down ice off of Foligno's stick into the Blue Jacket zone. Christensen with a lead pass ahead now for Danforth into the Hawk zone, and this is whistled down on the offside.
That's the second time the Blackhawks tried dumping the puck in, and it hit a ricochet in the glass. And Merzlikins went behind the net on both occasions, and it popped out in front of him. So something to watch if you're Chicago, to continue to wrap that. If you're wrapping it around, try to get it in the glass, because Merzlikins might try to stay inside his net moving forward. He's noticed that twice.
I'm just wondering if it hit one of the camera holes. The gentleman down here below us to our left, right on the glass, he's got this very expensive looking camera pointing through that hole in the glass. I'm wondering if the puck might have hit that. Now into the Hawk zone. Jenner will fire from the left circle. That's off the side of the net. Sillinger to the puck, moves it out to the right point. Fabro. Left point, Werenski. Send it across. Sillinger right wing boards. Fabro right point fires off the blocker of Peter Mrazek. Hawks are back the other way. Bedard to center ice on the right wing. Scoops the puck down the boards behind the Blue Jacket net. Fabro takes a hit there from the Hawks, Ryan Donato. And he shot the puck into the Hawk zone. Kurashev will carry through center. Kurashev over the Jacket line. Rolling down the slot, lost the puck, took it back in the left wing corner. Sticks it behind the net, around to the left point. And Bertuzzi will fire from there. That goes wide. Provorov with a pass ahead now to center ice to Marchenko. Then to Adam Fantilli into the Hawk zone. He coughed up the puck off of a poke check from Murphy. Vlasic to Murphy, far corner, Hawk zone. Sent a pass up the right wing that's over the stick of Bertuzzi and down, and icing is called here to the Hawks. So we're down to 9:20 left in period number 1 here in Columbus. It's the Blue Jackets 1 and the Hawks no score.
This is Alex Vlasic, and you're listening to Blackhawks Radio on 720 WG.
Krista, they're still playing. It's an icing. Okay. Face off to the right of Mrazek. Hawks get it. Murphy passing up the right wing side. Now ahead to Nazar, crossing the Jacket line on the left wing. Sticks the puck down to the corner. Taken out of there by Matejchuk. Now to Marchenko. Kirill Marchenko through center ice. One of the rising stars in the NHL. Drops it to Voronkov, who fires from the high slot. Blocker save made by Peter Mrazek. Jackets get the puck back, and then Severson misfires. This goes across the rink and down into the Blue Jacket zone. Merzlikins clears to center ice. Craig Smith took it away from the benches and fires. And Merzlikins makes a spectacular save. 10 feet out in front of his crease. He jumped up into the air, and with his catching glove, he's able to knock that one down to the ice. You'll see this on the highlight reels, folks. What a save. That was going into the Hawks net, or into the Columbus net, excuse me. Now Jackets attack again. Van Riemsdyk in front of the net. Coughed up the puck. Craig Smith will skate it out. Smith up the left wing to center ice. Dumps it down the boards. Here's Maroon with an erratic hop. Put it in front of the net. And then a stick save made by Merzlikins. The very thing you spoke about, Charlie, just a couple of minutes ago.
That's the third time.
Now Mikheyev from the right circle. Tosses the puck in front. Got it back along the left boards. Put the puck to the left point. Jones couldn't hold it in. Severson back the other way for Columbus. Will dump the puck into the right wing corner in the Hawk end. And Jones back to get it. The Columbus Blue Jackets have made a line change. Here's Foligno taking a pass into the Jacket zone to the right wing corner, and then he runs Werenski into the corner boards as the puck came free from his stick. That's center ice. Puck taken back by Mikheyev. Back to Martinez, Hawk zone. Ahead to Teuvo Teravainen at center ice. He'll wrist it off the left side glass and behind the Blue Jacket net. Merzlikins stopping it there for Werenski. Passing up the right side, Ashton Reese at center ice. Gave it away to Foligno. Flips the puck into the Blue Jacket zone. The play is sloppy. I'm not going to lie to the listeners. The play so far has been sloppy on both sides, but I think the Blue Jackets have really had the better of the play. They don't lead in shots on goal, but nonetheless, they have had the better of the play. Obviously, the score would indicate that. Now the puck given away. Here's Bedard cutting in front of the net, and he shoots, and Merzlikins makes the save in the butterfly position. But Bedard has drawn a penalty, and the Hawks will go to the Citco power play when we return. We have 6:54 left in the first here in Columbus. Blue Jackets 1, Hawks no score. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
This is Connor Bedard, and you're listening to Blackhawks Radio on 720 WGN.
Chicagoland's neighborhood bank for 80 years. 80 years is a long time. Marquette Bank is here to help you build savings, buy a home, plan for retirement. Marquette Bank is here to help you achieve your financial goals. When you bank with Marquette Bank, good things happen for you and your neighborhood. Marquette Bank, love where you bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 462926.
Give people a place to gather and make fire the focal point of your home again. With a majestic fireplace or insert, you'll enjoy the warmth and ambiance of fire with contemporary style and the latest technology. Whether you're looking for wood, electric, or gas, indoors or out, Majestic offers a broad range of sizes and styles. Visit their showroom on Bowes Road in Elgin or call for a free estimate. 847-741-5903. 847-741-5903. House of Fireplaces, giving you a warm feeling since 1953.
Hey, Chris Chelios here. It's time to break out the Bandito. El Bandito Yankee Tequila. So smooth, it's criminal. Break out the Bandito, baby.
Back here at Nationwide Arena, Charlie Remeliotis with John Weideman. The Blackhawks are about to go on a Citgo power play. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. John, I hate to burst your bubble, or everyone's bubble, but
do I want to hear this?
The Craig Smith shot from the neutral zone that Elvis Versleeken snatched out of the air and had to jump off the ice. If that went in, it would not have counted because Lucas Reichel was inside the offensive zone, so it would have been an offside.
All right.
But can we can ignore that because that highlight was hilarious.
I've seen similar sequences to what we did see in the past where goaltender, we get to look at it on the video board here.
Unbelievable. It's still a highlight.
Enjoy it on your highlight reels, folks. It's somewhat humorous. Hawks on their first Citgo power play. Have the puck at the right point. Seth Jones moves it to the left point to Bertuzzi. Took it down the boards, drops it back to the point. Jones rolling in top of the left circle, cuts across the high slot, gave it to Teravainen, who whips it in from the right circle in front of the net. Was intended for Bertuzzi, but it deflects off his stick, and Provorov for the Blue Jackets will clear the puck down. Jones gains center ice and then gave the puck away. Justin Danforth pokes it down into the Hawk zone into the far corner. Back to get it now. Teravainen and then Bedard to the puck. He'll skate it out up the right wing to center ice. Front of the benches fell down, lost the puck. Danforth pokes it ahead. Here's Jenner. He gave up the puck at the line. Jenner got it back, breaks into the Hawk zone, shorthanded and fires, and it goes wide. Now loose puck around to the near side. Here's Bedard through center. Over the Blue Jacket line, stopping at the left point. Fed it into the high slot to Vlasic. Vlasic holding at the line, gave it at the left point now. Bedard, he'll move in top of the left circle. To Donato, bottom of the left circle. Jams the puck in front, it deflects out. And then Jenner turned it over in the high slot. Maroon took the puck to the right wing boards. He'll spin it down behind the net. Round it goes into the near corner. Then out to the line, Vlasic. To Teravainen, high slot. Backing through to the right circle, gave it high slot. Vlasic to Bedard, top of the left circle. Bedard with 30 seconds on the power play. Moving into the right wing circle. Then in behind the Blue Jacket net. Bedard around to the left half boards. He took the circuitous route. Gave it to Vlasic, backing up through the high slot. Nobody has shot the puck yet. Now Vlasic does, and it deflects off Maroon's stick and off the glass. Donato recovers, and from behind the Blue Jacket net, he spins it around up the far boards. This will go all the way down ice into the Hawk end, and Vlasic is back to get it. 5 seconds on the Hawk power play. If they hurry, they'll squeeze one more rush out of this, and now the Jackets come to full strength. Reichel racing down the left wing side into the Columbus zone to the corner. Stops. Made a back pass picked off by the Jackets. Johnson. He threw it ahead at center ice for Favreau. This ends up in the Hawk zone. Murphy stepping ahead will lift the puck down ice into the Blue Jacket end. Severson from between the circles. Passing ahead, Cole Sillinger at center ice. Nice poke check at the Hawk blue line there by Martinez to knock the puck free. The Jackets take it back. Devin Matejchuk passing on the right wing side. Kent Johnson center ice to the Hawk blue line where he coughed up the puck. Another poke check there by Martinez. Here's Sillinger again over the center ice circle. Fed it on the left wing over the Hawk blue line. Marchenko ridden off the puck by Murphy. Then Riemsdyk took it back along the left boards. He'll spin it behind the Hawk net around to the near side. The Hawks' Ilya Mikheyev came out with it and then lost the puck. Martinez clears to the line. Taken back by the Blue Jackets. Favreau from the right point now. Sticks it down behind the Hawk net. And Riemsdyk in the left wing corner. Pokes it back in behind the net. Martinez will send the puck into the near corner. Mikheyev coughed up the puck. Here's Werenski from the slot firing. That hit Murphy in the foot. And Nazar clears to the line. No further. Held in with a nice play by Fantilli at the left point. Actually, Fabro. And the puck is now spent all the way down by Martinez. And icing is going to be called here against the Hawks.
It's a long shift for the Nazar, Foligno, and Mikheyev line.
Hawks 0 for 1 on the Sitco power play. Unfortunately, just were not able to register too many chances. I think Bedard had probably the best opportunity to gain a chance, but the Blue Jackets, give them a lot of credit. They defended well. Face off to the right of Mrazek. The Hawks now end up with it. Martinez between the circles. Passing ahead at center ice to Foligno. Doubling back, Werenski took the puck away. Back in the Blue Jacket zone. Here's Werenski between the circles. University of Michigan product moving it on the left wing side. Marchenko over the Hawk line to Werenski from the left wing corner. A centering pass hits Voronkov in the skates in front of the net. Fabro with the puck now, top of the right wing circle. Sends it over, top of the left. Werenski shoves it down in front of the Hawk net. It hit the skate of Brody and ricochets out. Voronkov back of the Hawk net. And now in to get the puck, Adam Fantilli. Coughed it up in behind the net to Foligno, then scraped it away to the near side. Blue Jackets working hard here. Marchenko behind the net, fed the left circle. Werenski fires, and Mrazek got a piece of it. The puck goes wide and down ice and down into the Columbus zone. Merzlikins will scrape it around up the far side. The puck ricochets out of the corner and taken back in the high slot area by Marchenko. He'll back up to the right boards and put it down beside his net. Provorov firing a pass up ice. This deflects down beside the Hawk net. Mrazek sent it over on the right wing side. Brody tried to clear the zone, could not. Puck came back to him. Brody passing on the left wing side. At center ice to Bedard. Tried to hand it off to Maroon coming by. Picked off by the Blue Jackets. They're the other way. Aston Reese with a rink-wide pass. Banks off the boards. Misses Danforth. It goes down behind the net into the near corner. Seth Jones is buried with a body check. It's back to his feet, got the puck, and put it behind the Hawk net to Del Mastro. Passing up the right side, Smith. He can't clear the zone. Kept in by Matejchuk at the left point. Put it down to the corner. And Olivier tried to center the puck. This is picked off by Bedard. Back through center ice over the Blue Jacket line. Drops it along the right side boards for Craig Smith. He tried to flip it in deep. This is taken away by Olivier, who lifts the puck out of play from the Columbus zone. Let's see if we're going to get a penalty here for delay of game. We'll find out after the break. 1:30 left in period number 1. It's the Blue Jackets 1 and the Hawks no score. Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Hi, it's Lou Manfredini. Chicago's weather changes as often as line changes in a hockey game. Beat Chicago's weather extremes with new fiberglass windows from the Gilkey Window Company. Gilkey is Chicago's only family-owned, direct-to-consumer manufacturer who make, in my opinion, the best fiberglass windows and patio doors, independently verified as one of the most energy-efficient windows in America. For beautiful windows ready for any weather, choose fiberglass or choose vinyl. Just be sure to choose Gilkey. Go to Gilkey.com.
Grandview buys homes, and if you have a loved one's home that you need to sell, Grandview will make that process simple, fast, and stress-free. Grandview Homes will give you a no-obligation, fair cash offer in as little as 24 hours, whether it's your home, a loved one's home, a rental, a vacant, or a second home. We buy all homes completely as is. No repairs whatsoever. Take just the belongings you wish to keep and leave the stress and the mess to us. Sell your home as is today. GrandviewHomes.com.
Lost your health insurance? You might be eligible for a special enrollment period on the Get Covered Illinois Marketplace. Get Covered Illinois navigators are ready to help you enroll in a quality, affordable health plan with essential benefits to cover prescription drugs, hospitalizations, maternity care, and much more. You might even qualify for financial help. Go to getcoveredillinois.gov. Your health coverage starts here.
Hey, Hawks fans, this is Nick Foligno. Let's get back to John and Troy on 720 WGN.
Back here at Nationwide Arena, Charlie Romeliotis and John Weideman. The Hawks thought they were going to get a power play going into this third TV timeout, but Nick Foligno, he was pretty irate that the Hawks didn't. The puck got flipped over the glass, but the officials argued that it happened right where the bench drops off. And so I think that's where they're saying the puck left the play, but unfortunately we're still here at 5-on-5.
And that's where we are. So we deal with what we have. Face-off circle to the left of Elvis Merzlikins. You wonder how many times in his career on the North American side anyway that people said, did you know, were you named after Elvis Presley? I'm sure he's had to yeah, no.
He's been everywhere in this game.
Yeah.
He's been to near the blue line twice.
Off the draw, Blue Jackets get the puck. Werenski passing up the left wing side at center ice to Jenner. He sticks the puck down to the left wing corner, Hawk zone. And Vlasic reaching in, pokes it free, not out. Werenski left point. To Dante Fabro, right point. Had trouble with the pass. The puck bounces free. Kurashev back the other way. Over the jacket line to Bedard. And with a wrist shot and a glove save made by Merzlikins. He'll hold the puck. A face-off will ensue in the circle to his left. Latvian-born Elvis Merzlikins. The Blue Jackets heading into the playoffs, Charlie. If they're able to make the playoffs and they don't make any moves, Merzlikins is going to be their starting goaltender. And to me, he's untested. I'm not sure. I don't want to second-guess management, but if they could pick up a goaltender somewhere and strengthen that position, I think it would behoove them. But, who am I? So far, they're a winning hockey club, and they are trying to climb back and get into the playoffs. Right now, they sit 2 points behind the Detroit Red Wings, who played today and lost on their home ice to the Minnesota Wild in overtime. I don't know if you saw any of that game, but Red Wings had several chances to win.
Big hit by Alex DeBrincat in that game on, is it Marco Rossi?
Yeah. And Marc-Andre Fleury was in goal for the Minnesota Wild. At times played exceptionally.
Brock Faber, that's who it was.
We may get a scrap. Nick Foligno is going to have at it. Oh, he drops the gloves with LeBate and just pounding him with the right hands. And LeBate goes down underneath Foligno. Nick Foligno, and I can't blame him. He took exception to the hit. LeBate put a hit on him along the far glass. A little bit of a gray area, in my opinion. And Nick went down and just responded the way he knew how. So a spirited scrap there with Foligno and the kid that I was speaking about making his Blue Jackets debut, Joseph LeBate. Joseph from Eagan, Minnesota. Let's get the
Each
call.
player has 5 minutes each for fighting. Chicago has a 2-minute minor for roughing. Columbus will be on the power play.
Well, there you heard it. This will put the Blue Jackets on the power play for the remaining 19 seconds of this period. Well, 20 if you round it up. But boy, Nick Foligno delivered a couple of really hard shots in that fight.
I'm not sure why Foligno was given the extra roughing penalty. I thought they were going to tag him with an instigator, but he didn't. I don't think he dropped his gloves until he saw LeBate drop his gloves. But at the same time, I don't think Foligno gave LeBate a choice that they were going to drop them no matter what. But Hawks got a kill here. 19.9 left in the first.
Draw one by the Blue Jackets. Kent Johnson's got the puck right point. Skates it down to the right wing corner, put it beside the net. Voronkov tried to center it in front of the net, picked off by Murphy. He'll lift it through the air and down. Werenski chasing the puck down behind his net. Sticks it away to Johnson on the near side of the rink, and he'll spin it to center ice to Fantilli. And you heard the horn in the background. Period number one will end with the Blue Jackets on top 1-0. They'll open play in period number two with a fresh sheet of ice and a minute and 41 seconds of power play time with which to work. So, 1-0 deficit after one. Honestly, Charlie, I'm just going to say it, speak my mind here. The Hawks outshot the Blue Jackets 9-6 in period number one, but it looked like the Blue Jackets kind of controlled the play. I thought the Hawks having a little trouble getting on track.
Yeah, Columbus had quite a few shifts where they spent a lot of time in Chicago's offensive zone. You look at the shots on goal, 9-6 in favor of Columbus, but it feels like Columbus took advantage with a lot of their shot attempts and generated some scoring chances. It was a little bit of a sloppy period for Chicago, and so you saw the 2-week layoff for both teams. Some weird caroms off of the partitions, off a few dump-in attempts by Chicago. So kind of had the feel of like the first regular season game of the year where you kind of got to find your legs, and it seems like the system was a little bit out of whack.
One thing I'll share with the listeners that we found out this morning. Dean Evison, the head coach of the Columbus Blue Jackets, who was a pretty tough hombre in his time in the NHL. He had over 1,000 penalty minutes, and he's a no-nonsense kind of a coach. If you play hard for him, you're not going to have a problem, okay? But if you slack off or you go soft or whatever, he's going to be on you, right? He got into his troops yesterday in practice, and he let them have it. He said, if this is the way you're going to be going down the stretch, you're not going to make the playoffs. So, he had a couple of words that we cannot share on a family broadcast. We find out Anders Sorensen did basically the same thing in practice. He took the guys aside, and as they hockey parlance would would indicate in times, he tore a strip off him. It's an old hockey adage, if you will. But anyway, the point was, if you guys are going to practice this way, you're not going to play well. And if you're not going to play well, you're going to lose. And that's not going to sit well with anybody. So let's pick it up, practice harder, get your habits right, do everything the right way. Let's get a good start into this portion of the season to end the season. So we'll see where it all goes for here. But I found that kind of interesting that both coaches felt like they had to excoriate their troops a little bit, if you will.
Yeah, if you're Columbus, you came out of the break 1 point out of the final wild card spot in the Eastern Conference.
Right.
So you're getting bodies back. They got 3 players, Fabro, Marchenko, and Boone Jenner back in this game. So you wanted to set the tone of making a push. And if you're Chicago, 27 games left. I know there's not much to play for in the standings, but there's a lot of pride in that locker room. And also, if you're Anders Sorensen, you want to make sure that you're kind of auditioning for yourself, but sure, potentially become the permanent head coach for the Blackhawks. So a lot to play for both teams.
Now, for the record, Charlie, Blackhawks have 27 games left to play. If they were to, perfect world, go 27-0, they'll have 95 points. So 95 points, I would think, should qualify them for the playoffs in the Western Conference. But, what do I know? I'll end up looking like a complete fool for having said that. But they're not going to go 27-0, but who's to say that they can't go 20-7? Who's to say, right? I mean, I'm an idealist. I think big. It's just the way, just me. It's how I roll.
I love the optimism in your voice. It's also interesting that you said that, because we have an On This Day in Blackhawks history later, and you're tying in a potential streak that the Blackhawks had 12 years ago today. So if the Blackhawks can, a little teaser, I'll share that later on. But we'll see. We'll see, Johnny.
You've piqued my interest, to say the least. All right, 1 period in the books. 1-0 Columbus. Jack Heinrich is waiting back in Blackhawk Central to give you good folks a full intermission report. That second period action will follow along. The Blue Jackets will start it off on the power play. All that ahead right after we hear these messages. This is Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
Mom, I need to lay low for a few days.
Lay low? What's going on?
I only paid for this Hyundai Tucson.
Christopher Allen Lynch.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. Get the car or SUV you want at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Lease the Hyundai Tucson for $249 a month or get $2,000 bonus cash. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end March 3rd. Call 224-661-0068 for details.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more too. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart, you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more too. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more too. Hey!
Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, imported by William Grant & Sons, Inc.
The Mid-America Carpenters Regional Council represents 52,000 hardworking professional men and women across Illinois, Missouri, Kansas, and eastern Iowa who earn the construction industry's best wages and benefits. Their professionally trained and highly skilled members are the elite workforces behind the industrial, commercial, and residential projects you see in your state every day. They build lifelong careers that offer life-changing opportunities. Build your future now. Learn more today at carpentersunion.org. That's carpentersunion.org.
Circa Sports Chicago is sports betting the way it should be. I'm talking the best odds, higher limits, and the unmatched convenience of betting 24/7 right here in Illinois. College basketball is heating up, and March is right around the corner. Plus, the NBA and NHL seasons are in full swing with playoff races intensifying. Download the Circa Sports app today. Sports betting has never been this exciting. I use it, I love it, and I know you will too. Circa Sports Chicago, sports betting the way it should be.
Weighing my options in the morning can be a lot. Sweater or scarf, coffee or OJ, McGriddles or McMuffin. Well, at McDonald's, they're keeping my mornings simple and savory. See, I can grab 2 delicious breakfast sandwiches for just $6. The options? An iconic sausage McMuffin with egg and a savory sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles. So, if you're like me and wondering which breakfast sandwich should I dig into first, well, let McDonald's help you out. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal, single item, or regular price.
Nominated for 4 Tony Awards, see the Chicago area premiere of the musical Waitress at Aurora's Paramount Theater.
Now playing. This lively musical wins us over with waitress Jenna's mission to bake her way out of her troubles. Don't miss this hit show with music by Grammy Award winner Sarah Bareilles. Use code WGN for a special discount. Get your tickets today. Call 630-896-6666 or visit ParamountAurora.com.
The professionals at Plumbers 911 Chicago are ready to answer your call. They'll get your plumbing job done right the first time. Their phones are open 24/7, 1-833-PLUM-911.
Intermission?
It's time for an intermission update.
Intermission already?
Powered by the ComEd Energy Efficiency Program. Here's Jack Heinrich.
1-0, the Blue Jackets lead the Blackhawks after 1 in Columbus. It's time for the first period intermission powered by the ComEd Energy Efficiency Program. Shots 9-6 in favor of the Blackhawks. And now it's time for our current odds according to Circa Sports Illinois. First period over was 1.5. The over was at -130. The under hit at +110, and a goal called off let that under hit as well with the goalie interference call. So tough one there. But the over in first periods had been hot for the Hawks going into the break, but they don't hit it coming out of the break. We'll look around the NHL and a little bit of the sports world here in this ComEd Energy Efficiency First intermission. Over in Buffalo, Charlie mentioned it a little bit earlier, the Sabres scored 5 goals in the first period against the Rangers. They have a 7-2 lead. That game is in the third period. Second intermission in Florida, the Panthers and Kraken are tied at 1. In the over in New Jersey, the Devils are trailing the Stars 2-0 in the second intermission. Also in the second intermission in Nashville, the Predators and Avalanche are tied at 1. And then in the first intermission, the Ducks have a 2-0 lead on the Bruins in Boston. In the first period, the Blackhawks' next opponent, the Maple Leafs, coming out hot here of this Four Nations break. They got a 4-0 lead over the Hurricanes in this one, just about to end that first period in Toronto. The Canadians are playing the Ottawa Senators 3-2. Brady Tkachuk is not playing in this one. The Canadians got a 3-2 lead that game in the first period. First intermission in St. Louis, Jets and Blues tied at 1. Then later tonight, the Utah Hockey Club on the road in LA against the Los Angeles Kings. The Vegas Golden Knights will host the Vancouver Canucks later as well. Kevin Lankinen, former Blackhawks goalie, just got a 5-year by $4 million extension from the Canadians, so he's locked up long terms there. Earlier today, the Wild beat the Red Wings in Detroit 4-3. Marco Rossi with the game winner in overtime. The Flyers beat the Oilers 6-3, and then the Capitals in Pittsburgh get an 8-3 win over the Penguins. And then elsewhere in sports, a rough one for the Chicago Bulls. Their 6th straight loss. The Suns beat them 121-117. Josh Giddey for the Bulls, another big game, 24 points, 10 assists, 8 rebounds. And then spring training Cactus League action, Cubs and Sox. Sox first game of the spring. Cubs win 7-3. They moved to 3-0 in the spring. Justin Steele had fired 2 shutout innings with 5 strikeouts. And Sox number 3 prospect Colson Montgomery hit a solo home run to center to get the Sox on the board. 1-0, Columbus leads the Blackhawks here in this first intermission. Coming up next, we'll talk with Charlie Romeliotis. You're listening to Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
1 foot on the farm and 1 foot in the city. Lisa Dent, weekdays 2 to 6 on WGN.
Real stories with Hellsberg.
After we met and we started dating, Nancy and I lived 150 miles apart, and I would drive my old jalopy car, and it was roughly a 3-hour distance. It took 3 years I drove across that state back and forth dating her every weekend.
Persistence.
And I would have never stopped. I had a lot of energy back then, 36 years ago.
At Hellsberg, find the engagement ring worthy of your story. Designed with the love, care, and craft it deserves. Visit a Hellsberg store or hellsberg.com.
Property managers and GCs use FinishingChicago.com's contractors for finishes and protective coatings in the most iconic venues, interior spaces, and essential infrastructure. Our painters apply industry-leading commercial and industrial finishes inside and out, so your biggest assets always put their best square footage forward. FinishingChicago.com has your free list of painting, wall covering, glass systems, drywall finishing, and signage contractors. For a great finish, start with FinishingChicago.com.
Hey, Blackhawks fans, Club Citgo saves you money on every fill-up, like 3 cents off every gallon every day. When you start with Club Citgo, you're good to go.
100 years in the making, one season to witness it all. Blackhawks full and half season ticket plans are on sale now for next season at blackhawks.com/membership. Be there as the Blackhawks celebrate a century of hockey in Chicago, honoring moments that built the historic franchise and looking ahead to the future. With a Blackhawks membership, you can get more of what matters, more unforgettable moments, more can't-miss moments, and more Blackhawks hockey. Don't miss this milestone season. Secure your seat in Blackhawks history today at blackhawks.com/membership. 1-0, the Columbus Blue Jackets lead the Chicago Blackhawks here in the ComEd Energy Efficiency first intermission. We'll go back out to Columbus for probably one question here with Charlie. Charlie, it seemed a little sloppy and up and down, but I guess that's kind of what you expect coming back from a 2-week layoff for most of these players.
Yeah, definitely. It felt like one of those the first game or two of the regular season where, or even the preseason, where guys haven't really found their legs yet. The timing is a little bit off. And so if you're Chicago, I know the shot attempts are 18-14 in favor of Columbus. Shots on goal are 9-6 in favor of the Blackhawks, which feels hard to believe because Columbus generated quite a few scoring chances. But there was some sloppy play by the Blackhawks that hopefully is in the rearview mirror, and they got it out of their system in the first 20 minutes and still found themselves only down by 1 goal.
Yeah, and it seemed like just a couple tough breaks, too, for the Hawks. I mean, did they get the goal waved off? I mean, Bedard did, I guess, make some contact with the goalie, and then that penalty that could have been, that the puck flicked out, and then Foligno get the 2-minute roughing. Just a little tough there for the Hawks that first period.
I thought I was a little surprised that the Blackhawks didn't challenge the Connor Bedard goal, because I thought it looked like the puck was on its way into the net before Bedard's right skate made contact with Elvis Merzlikins' pad. So it didn't feel like it totally impeded his ability to make the save. But because at that point in the game, Columbus was already up 1-0. If you don't win the challenge, then you have to go on the penalty kill. And I don't know, maybe it was too early to make that call. And I know that the Blackhawks haven't had much success lately on on challenges. And so maybe it was one of those things where it was too dicey. And because because the original call on the ice was no goal, there would have had to be clear evidence for the officials to overturn it. And so I think Anders Sorensen and the coaching staff probably just felt like it wasn't worth the early challenge and putting themselves in a penalty kill situation already down 1-0.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, Troy, we'll talk to you after a second.
All right, sounds good, Jack.
All right, Hawks trailing the Blue Jackets 1-0. We'll wrap up this first intermission. After this, you'll listen to Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
The Blackhawks, Wildcats, and the NFL play here on AM 720. On smart speakers, say play WGN Chicago.
What's up, Blackhawks fans? Enjoying the game should be easy, so don't overthink it. What to wear? Done. Just toss on your lucky jersey. Don't know what to serve your friends? Easy. Pick up some pizza from your go-to and grab some Bud Light to stock your fridge. See, it's that easy. Just like Bud Light, which is always brewed with 4 simple ingredients for a clean Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. 21 plus. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
When I got sick, I spent years looking for answers.
But it only took one conversation with my team at Northwestern Medicine to correct my misdiagnosis. I am Daniel, and I have Parkinson's disease. No other hospital had spoken to me in Spanish before. So, when my new care team did, they didn't just change the conversation, they changed my life.
The Northwestern Medicine Parkinson's Disease and Movement Disorders Center offers specialized, culturally sensitive care. Their Spanish-speaking team was the first to provide Daniel and other Spanish speakers like him with answers and innovative treatment in the language he preferred.
When Parkinson's changed my life, so did my Spanish-speaking care team.
At Northwestern Medicine, personalized care means recognizing cultural differences, because what makes us better makes you better. Learn more at nm.org/Parkinson.
With so much uncertainty in the world right now, it's more important than ever to help our neighbors in need. That's why Sutton Ford and the Matson Auto Mall is assisting the Salvation Army by making sure everyone is taken care of this season. At the Salvation Army, it's their goal to make sure families can stay in their homes and parents can put food on the table. More than ever, the Salvation Army needs your support. Go to salarmychicago.org and help those in need tonight.
Tune into House Smarts Radio every Saturday morning after 9:45 for Lou's Last Call, sponsored by Mitsubishi Electric Heating and Air Conditioning. For more info, visit getacomfyhome.com.
The second period is next.
The second period.
Here for a recap is Jack Heinrich.
Hawks trailing the Blue Jackets here 1-0 as we get set for the second intermission. Ken Johnson scored 4:10 into the game, a little bit of a sloppy game. Hopefully in the second period, the teams are back and used to playing after the 2-week layoff. We'll head back out to Columbus with John Weideman and Charlie Meliodas.
All right. Well, we're back here to Columbus. Teams are back on the ice surface. Second period action imminent. Blue Jackets will start it off on the power play. Minute 41 seconds of power play time, Charlie. And I referenced this a couple of times in period number one. The play to me is just it's not been easy to describe. It's been fun to watch because hockey always is, but I expect a higher level of play from these two teams here in period number two now that they have a period under their belt.
Yeah, hopefully the dust is settled and the rusty legs are out there or are off. And by the way, the Hawks won just 2 faceoffs in that first period of 17 opportunities, 11.8 win percentage. So Columbus is one of the worst teams in the NHL too in the faceoff department. So that's an area Chicago needs to be more 50-50 moving forward because this is not a great Columbus team at the dot.
Well, maybe Connor Bedard can take some of the faceoffs. Lately, he's been pretty solid on draws. He's been above 50%.
He had one of the 2 wins in the first.
Okay, so something to build on. There you go. Underway here in the second period. Blue Jackets on the power play. Werenski passing to Voronkov over the Hawk blue line. Puck turned over now to Teravainen. To Connor Murphy along the right side boards, and the Columbus, Ohio native will clear it off the right side boards and down. 1:20 in the Blue Jacket power play. Ken Johnson to center ice on the left wing, drops it for Adam Fantilli. Hawk line left wing. Whips it across the rink, and Voronkov will steer it down the boards behind the net, around up the near side. Werenski put it back over. Voronkov right point to Fantilli right corner. Werenski right point to Fantilli, now curling through the high slot. To Werenski, top of the right circle. Drops it down to Johnson, bottom of the circle. Checked by Vlasic. Puck moved around behind the net. Marchenko at the left point. To Werenski, deep slot. Over to Johnson along the right sideboards. He has the Blue Jackets goal. Put it in the high slot. Werenski, long, hard wrist shot, and a glove save made by Mrazek. Whistle stopping play. And you have Dmitry Voronkov and Connor Murphy mixing it up in the Hawk crease. Those two had a set to back at the United Center. That Voronkov can handle himself. He is a big dude, too. He's 6'5" and 240 and still young. Played 4 years in the KHL before he came to North America.
Looks like Peter Mrazek is dealing with a skate issue right now, so he skated over to the Blackhawks bench. How about this, John? Have you seen the home and road splits between the Blue Jackets this season? So at home, they're 17, 6, and 4, first in goals per game, fourth in power play percentage, plus 23 goal differential. On the road, 9-16-4. They're 24th in goals per game, 28th on the power play, minus 28 goal differential. That is crazy.
It is. It really, I think it illustrates what they call home ice advantage. I mean,
absolutely.
For some teams, they play the same home or road. Now, every team will say that. They'll say, well, we play the same way home or road, but the numbers would indicate otherwise. And you just pointed out what the Blue Jackets are. Still growing as a young team, and if they make the playoffs, I'm sure they'll be a thorn in the side for somebody. Anyway, here's a shot from the high slot. Johnson scores. Second time in the game. Power play goal, and the Blue Jackets lead 2-0.
Well, started with the face-off win by Columbus. We were just talking about it. Kent Johnson finds himself. That's the third goal against the Blackhawks this season for Kent Johnson. By the way, he had dinner last night with his buddy Connor Bedard, and he puts Columbus up 2-0. I don't think Peter Mrazek got a great look at this. He had a double screen in front, and Columbus capitalizes on the power play.
For Johnson, that's his second of the game, 19th overall. The goal at 1:12 of period number 2. That comes on a Blue Jacket power play, so 2-0 in favor of Columbus. As we rejoin the play, Merzlikins behind the Columbus net, clears the puck around but not out. Here's Donato firing from the high slot, and that deflects over the net. Now a close-in chance for Kurashev is knocked away by Merzlikins. Blue Jackets clear their end. And at center ice, Johnson to the Hawk blue line will stick the puck down to the corner Hawk zone. Martinez sweeps it in behind the net. Jenner had the puck, fell down, lost it, got back to his feet, took it back, and then lost it again. Then Seth Jones clears it away at the left wing side to Kurashev, to Martinez, to Bedard over the Blue Jacket line, right circle, cuts across the slot, puck on the backhand, could not get a shot away. Was bothered the whole time by Cole Sillinger. The other way come the Blue Jackets. Olivier into the Hawk zone, right wing side. Sticks one down toward the net, and Mrazek will glove it and hold it. Whistle stopping play, face-off circle to Peter's left.
All of tonight's Blackhawks insurance goals are sponsored by GetCoveredIllinois.gov. Your health coverage starts here.
Werenski picks up the first assist on the Kent Johnson second goal. So now Zach Werenski has tied Phil Housley for third all-time. Actually, I will take that back, folks. I will reset that thought here in just a minute if I'm able. Here now, Provorov to center ice up the left wing side, dumping it down the boards into the Hawk zone. This deflects across the vacated crease. Mrazek had gone in behind to play the carom, but the puck goes harmlessly into the far corner. Now TJ Brody, the puck on the near side, nudges it up the boards to center ice. Provorov took it back for the Blue Jackets, shot the puck to the Hawk blue line. Brody took it away. Head to Frank Nazar over the Blue Jacket line down the right wing. Cuts in behind the net around to the left wing corner. Then up the boards, given a rough ride out to center ice by Provorov, but draws a penalty. Hawks will go to the Sitco power play. Murphy grabs the puck and goes for a skate with it down behind the Hawk net as Mrazek skates to the Hawk bench. The extra attacker on for the Hawks is Patrick Maroon. Connor Bedard will lead the charge through center. Bedard over the Blue Jacket blue line. Pushes it off the right wing boards to himself, and the Blue Jackets get possession as Sillinger touches the puck and the whistle blows.
John, that is the fourth time in this game already that a ring around on the left side of the glass has taken a weird carom. That puck was inches away from going in. I mean, that trickled all the way through the crease. Peter Mrazek was behind his net. So I think Peter was probably watching that on the other side too, the crazy caroms that the glass has been having on that side in particular. Nice to see Frank Nazar draw the penalty here for Chicago that are going to go on the Sitco power play. But boy, that is something to watch through the rest of the game, especially if you're a goaltender.
Provorov is given the gate for high sticking at 3:17. Off the draw, Seth Jones fires from the high slot, and that goes wide off a deflection off the stick of Merzlikins. A follow-up shot by Bedard was blocked, and the puck sent all the way down the ice. Excuse me. Connor Bedard now to center ice. To the Blue Jacket line, steps across, weaves into the right wing circle, then took the puck back toward the point, then reverses directions, carries it down toward the right wing corner. Sets up Jones at the blue line in the deep slot. To Teravainen, to Bedard, top of the right wing circle with a toe drag and a shot. And a blocker save made by Merzlikins. Good play by Bedard to wrestle the puck away along the left boards. He put it in behind the net for Bertuzzi. And Bertuzzi whacks it away. Teravainen right corner. Out to Jones, right point. Sent it left point. Bedard carries back through the high slot, stopping there. To Teravainen, top of the right wing circle. Put it beside the net now, and Bertuzzi turns to send to the puck. Picked off by the Blue Jackets. Fabro, and he'll clear it down. 55 seconds left on the Hawk power play. Nazar collects the puck at center, carries over the Blue Jacket line to Smith along the right boards. To Nazar, sticks it behind the net. Reichel put it around left point to Maroon. Now Vlasic near the left point to Maroon along the left wing boards. Back to Vlasic. Walking it back through the high slot. Vlasic stopping near the right point. Put the puck at the right point. Nazar to the slot. Smith turns and fires. And a chest save is made by Merzlikins. He'll let the puck drop into his glove and hold it there. Whistle stop play. I thought that was excellent puck movement by the Blackhawks as they kind of diagrammed that play, I'm sure, in practice and on the bench maybe. But crisp passing and precise and a good chance there for Smith.
Much better looking power play in this second period. First unit didn't generate, outside of the Connor Bedard chance, didn't generate a ton, but they got some sustained offensive zone time. Last time Chicago played Columbus, they had 3 power play goals.
There's Vlasic with a shot. They score! From the high slot, Alex Vlasic let it rip. The puck looked like it deflected in front of the Blue Jacket net. And in behind Merzlikins, they've taken the replay away from us here in the booth. So I'm going to have to just leave it as Vlasic's goal. The goal at 4:53 of period number 2. We get a look from the other side of the rink. That deflected off of one of the Blue Jacket players in front of the net, I believe.
I think it was Craig Smith because he led the charge.
Oh, yes, there you go. Good call, Charlie.
And right after the grade A chance that he had seconds prior when Frank Nazar fed him in the slot. So the Hawks trim this thing down to 2-1. 4th power play goal against Columbus this season. John, do you know what time it is?
Charlie, I think it might be time to break out that Bandito, buddy.
It is. Celebrate every goal this season with El Bandito Yankee Tequila. Sorry, I stole your line.
That's all right. I have to remind Troy every now and again. Check your watch, will you? What time is it? So a power play goal for the Hawks. Smith from Vlasic. And 2-1, the Hawks are back in this one. Play at center ice. Vlasic backing up with the puck to the Hawk blue line. Put it over to Murphy. Murphy in the right wing corner. Passing ahead center ice to Mikheyev. To Vlasic, to Mikheyev over the Blue Jacket line on the right wing. He coughed up the puck to the Blue Jackets' Devin Matejchuk, who sticks it ahead to center ice for Dmitry Voronkov. Put it into the Hawk zone. Murphy will clear it ahead. Teravainen at center ice. Tried to leave the puck from Mikheyev at the Blue Jacket blue line. It's knocked off his stick and down behind the Columbus net. Ivan Provorov circling in behind the net. Then carries and moves it up the left wing to Matejchuk. Here's Matejchuk in the circle to the left of Merzlikins. Passing up the right wing, Sillinger at center ice. He made a behind the back pass right onto the stick of Seth Jones, who shot it ahead, missing all of his teammates. Icing's going to be the call here to the Hawks. We're down to 14:10 left in the second period. 2-1 Columbus.
Face-off is going to come to the right of Peter Mrazek. It's the Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric face-off. For all the right reasons, call 866-4-SEASONS.
Now Nazar wins the draw. Jones in the near corner. Back pass up the right wing glass to center ice was intended for Bertuzzi. Taken back by Boone Jenner. He was missed the entire season up to this point. He takes the puck back and misses on a pass back up ice intended for one of his teammates. Icing's going to be the call now to Columbus.
John, I was looking at the forward group for Columbus right before this. They only have one forward of the 12 in this roster that's under 6 feet. I mean, this is a big, heavy team with Matthew Olivier, the addition of Boone Jenner and Joseph Labate. I mean, this is a heavy-hitting team, so you got to keep your head up against if you're the Blackhawks.
Yeah, and the team they have in Cleveland in the American Hockey League, that pipeline is pretty full. There's going to be a lot of talent in this Blue Jacket team and organization that's going to emerge to the NHL level in time. Nazar into the Blue Jacket zone of the high slot, rifles a shot in on goal, and a blocker save made by Merzlikins. Seth Jones fighting through a check, moves it right circle. Kurashev fires, pad save made. At the line, left point. Martinez tried to stick it over to the right point. A Blue Jacket player got a stick in there, knocking the puck to center ice. Bedard back into the Columbus zone. At the right point, he'll spin it down behind the net. Kurashev battling there with Dante Fabro. And then Jenner reaching the blade of his stick into the fray, trying to pry it out of the skates of Kurashev, who was pinned against the dasher, and the puck does come free. Werenski passing on the right side. Kent Johnson, center ice, whacks the puck back into his zone. We get an offside call here against the Hawks. It's 2-1 Columbus with 12:56 left in period number 2. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Hockey season is in full swing, and with FanDuel, you can turn a little hunch into a true power play. Because right now, new customers can bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets if you win. Put your first bet in the back of the net on FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook and official partner of the Chicago Blackhawks. Must be 21 or older and present in Illinois. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable bonus bets which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
At Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, we're committed to technology that simplifies the healthcare experience for our members and their families. We understand the most important part of every community will always be the people who live and work together to ensure a healthier tomorrow. That's why engaging our members with the latest interactive tools to stay on top of their health has never been more important. And today, we're proud to offer the empowering, user-friendly platforms that are changing the way we all navigate our healthcare. From finding doctors and specialists to managing services and benefits, or just the peace of mind knowing your Blue Cross card is always a click away. The Blue Cross app is like having your own team of healthcare experts always on call. Technology works best when it makes our lives easier, happier, and stronger. And as a Blue Cross member, you can continue to count on the leading innovations to make your healthcare experience feel a whole lot healthier. Welcome to the future of wellness. Through it all. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, a division of Healthcare Service Corporation, a mutual legal reserve company.
Hey, this is Chris Chelios. Let's get back to Hawks hockey. Here's the boys.
Back here at Nationwide Arena, Blackhawks down 2-1 to the Columbus Blue Jackets. The Blackhawks' next Original Six matchup is tomorrow night at the United Center, presented by Amex. Don't miss this rivalry matchup against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Puck drops at 6 p.m. Get your tickets now at blackhawks.com/tickets.
Austin Matthews, Mitch Marner. Those are the two that come to mind for me that played in the Four Nations face-off. Some great talent on that Maple Leaf team. Oh, good Lord.
My goodness.
Off the draw in front of the Hawks bench, Connor Bedard tried to wrench it away from Sillinger, and he shot that one. He just missed all of his teammates on the bench and Coach Andrew Sorensen. They were all ducking over there. Face-off's it's at the dot just outside the Blue Jacket line in front of the Hawks bench. I would say that's a distance of maybe, 20 feet?
That was an absolute missile.
Jackets get the draw. Johnson at center ice. Dumps the puck to the right wing corner Hawk zone. TJ Brody is hit as he tried to clear it away. Johnson took the puck away. Kent Johnson, one of two Johnsons playing for the Blue Jackets. The other is former Blackhawk Jack Johnson. Del Mastro takes the puck behind the Hawk net. Passing up the right side at center ice for Donato. He'll deflect it down behind the Blue Jacket net. There's Leakins, hands off the puck to Provorov, and he'll stick it off the right side glass into the Hawk zone. Another penalty coming up here to the Blue Jackets as Cole Sillinger got his stick, I should say, underneath TJ Brody, and in the process hooked him down to the ice. And hooking's going to be the call. The Hawks have a chance to tie in the Citgo power play.
Massive
Columbus penalty before, 2-minute minor for. Okay.
Massive opportunity for Chicago in this game to tie this thing up at 2-2. It has been a sloppy game for Chicago, especially in the first period. They've settled things down here in the second, but a chance for the Blackhawks to even this thing up when they haven't been playing their best yet.
Well, the draws in the circle to the right of Elvis Merzlikins. Cole Sillinger receives 2 minutes for hooking. This is the Hawks' third Citgo power play of the game. The Jackets get control off the draw, and Werenski tosses the puck to center ice. The Hawks take it back. Seth Jones at the Hawk blue line. Passing on the left wing side. Tyler Bertuzzi, front of the benches at center ice to Bedard over the Blue Jacket line. Now to Bertuzzi, left wing corner. Spun it back, intended for the right point for Donato, but this deflects to center ice instead. Jones got the puck back to Connor Bedard, Hawk blue line. He'll skate it ahead through center and over the Blue Jacket line. Bedard dropping the puck to the left wing corner to Jones. Sends it out to the left point. Bertuzzi to Donato, high slot. Out to the line to Jones, to Teravainen, top of the right circle. Put it to the right corner, Bertuzzi, back to Teravainen, to Jones straight away with a drive, and that's off the skate of Zach Aston Reese. Puck turned over just inside the line again. Donato skewers it away into the left wing corner to Bedard. Spins the puck behind the net around to Teravainen, right point. To Jones in the high slot. Over to Bedard, top of the left wing circle. He'll move into the high slot, put it in the left circle now, Bertuzzi. Back to Jones near the left point, rolling through the high slot, tried to sling one on goal. Deflects wide. Aston Reese to the puck, will clear it through center and down into the Hawk zone. Mrazek out of the Hawk net to stop it in the far corner, leaving the puck for Alex Vlasic. Down to 30 seconds left on the Hawk power play. Vlasic with a pass to Reichel through center ice over the Blue Jacket blue line. Ran into a check, lost the puck to Provorov. To Danforth at center. He turned it over to the Hawks' Reichel. Put it down the left wing side, Maroon. Shot it across the rink to the right point. Vlasic recovers to Craig Smith to the high slot, Reichel. Hard wrist shot, blocked by Danforth. Reichel got it back to Smith, right corner. Put it in front for Maroon. A baseball swing, and he knocked it just wide. Nazar to the puck along the right boards. To Smith back in the net. 4 seconds in the power play. Out to Reichel, left point. Vlasic, high slot. Put it over left wing corner, Smith. Blue Jackets to full strength. Vlasic now left point. To Smith, left circle. Turns and fires. Chest save made by Merzlikins. And here are the Jackets the other way. Sillinger to center ice on the right wing. Will dump the puck into the right wing corner Hawk zone, allowing the Blue Jackets and Hawks to get line changes.
That Blackhawks line change is sponsored by Gilkey Windows, the best line of fiberglass windows and doors. Hawks didn't get much, or they didn't find the back of the net, but it didn't feel like a momentum-losing power play for the Blackhawks.
Now Murphy stops a pass at center ice from out of the Blue Jacket zone off Christensen's stick. Hawks get the puck back. Here's Nick Foligno. Hawk line on the left wing. Stabs it ahead for McCabe. He's behind the defense over the Jacket line, and diving out was Merzlikins with a poke check, knocking the puck away from Ilya Mikheyev, who was going to come in on goal uncontested. Marchenko into the Hawk zone left point. Put it across into the high slot area. Nick Foligno whacks the puck away and sent it back down into the Hawk zone. Martinez shot it ahead of the Blue Jacket blue line. Christensen there to Werenski over the Hawk line left wing to Marchenko left circle. He shoots Mrazek down with a butterfly save. Foligno to the puck in front of the net. Passing up the right side, Mikheyev, Hawk line. He'll send it ahead now, intended for Kurashev at the Blue Jacket blue line, but it's taken back by the Jackets. Fabro. Head to Olivier. He sticks the puck down behind the Hawk net into the near corner. Then the puck comes free, and Sillinger fires from the top of the left circle. That goes over the Hawk net, around the boards, and back down to the Columbus blue line. Fabro there takes a handoff for Werenski through center ice over the Hawk line down the left wing. Fabro behind the net. Boston University product. Fabro along the left wing boards, coughed up the puck. Bedard had it, gave it right back to Fabro. Put it down to the right wing corner to Olivier. He'll flip the puck behind the Hawk net around. Left point, Werenski to the high slot. Fabro, long wrist shot, deflects wide. And now a puck taken back by the Hawks. Murphy. Head to Bedard. Skates it up the right wing to center ice. Flips it rink wide. Kurashev to the left wing corner. Blue Jacket zone. Saucer pass out to the line to Brody. Long wrist shot. Blockered away by Merzlikins. Here's Bedard with the puck in the left wing corner. Carries out through the high slot. Sets up Brody. Top of the right circle. Guns it toward the net. Blocked in front. This puck taken away along the near boards by Fabro. With a backhanded scrape, he'll stick the puck through the air down into the Hawk zone. Jackets get a line change. Hawks get the puck back. Here's Brody with a pass up ice onto the stick of Donato, but it's off his stick. And the puck taken back by Matejchuk of the Blue Jackets. He lifts it down the boards and in behind the Hawk net. Jackets end up with the puck. Provorov for the high slot will fire. That's blocked in front of the net. Good play by Ethan Del Mastro. Brody shot it around at the left wing side. Donato with the play. The puck had the stick knocked out of his hands. Meanwhile, the other way, here's a shot from Matejchuk. They score. Well, Devin Matejchuk, that's his second goal on the season. He took a handoff and rolled into the Hawk zone and didn't hesitate. Fired a shot from the high slot area. And it beats Peter Mrazek. It's now 3-1 in favor of the Columbus Blue Jackets.
Well, TJ Brody clears this puck, and Ryan Donato's stick got knocked out of his hands Bedard goes out for a line change. Frank Nazar comes on, and Matejčak slides in the middle of the night, slides into the middle of the ice. I think Mrazek would like to have this one back, but he should not have been that wide open coming into the offensive zone. The Blackhawks, he just went unprotected.
Yeah.
And it's 3-1 Columbus.
The goal at 12:42 of period number 2. So the Hawks, who are 1 for 3 on the Citgo power play, may not get any more power plays here for the rest of the evening, so they should expect to have to claw their way back into this one if they are able. Inside the Hawk zone at the left point. LeBate's got the puck, snaps it down the boards behind the Hawk net. Jones had it, lost it. Sean Corrali with a backhanded wraparound, turned out of there by Mrazek. Loose puck to the near boards. Craig Smith took it away for the Hawks. Head to Lucas Reichel through center ice. Over the Blue Jacket blue line, lost the handle on the puck. Merzlikins fires it off the near glass. Ahead to Corrali at center. And then ahead to Aston Reese, who runs Alec Martinez into the end boards from behind. Jackets get the puck back. Here's Matejčak with a shot from the left point. Blockered away by Mrazek. Puck cleared away by Reichel, not out. Matejčak rolling down the slot. Moves it to the right point to Danforth. Sent the puck down to the right wing corner to Olivier. And Olivier runs into Alec Martinez behind the net. Puck comes free to the far corner where a scrum ensues. Reichel clears it away but not out. And now Maroon will take the puck, put it over to Craig Smith. Smith at center ice on the right wing will lift it off the boards into the Columbus zone. Matejčak took it there, passing up ice. Danforth deflects the puck down in on goal, and Mrazek will plop on it and hold it, and a whistle will stop play. We have 5:53 left in period number 2. 3-1 in favor of Columbus. They're going to keep it right here as that puck was sent in from center ice. Face-off circle to Mrazek's right.
Man, that's a tough goal to give up if you're the Blackhawks. Felt like they were starting to tilt the ice in their favor, especially with the having a couple power plays in this period. The momentum now goes back to Columbus, who have a 2-goal lead.
Draw one by the Jackets. Matejčak from the left point. Sends a tumbler wide of the Hawk net. Nick Foligno stabs it away to the far boards in the Hawk zone. They got the puck back and clears it ahead. It was intended for Mikheyev, but off his stick into the Columbus zone. Matejčak will clear it to center ice. Johnson in front of the benches. Drives the puck down the boards into the Hawk zone. Around the net to the near corner. Martinez will scoop it back in behind. Jones moving a pass up the left wing to Teravainen, who'll clear to center ice. Blue Jackets get the puck back. Pass from Matejčak ahead for Jenner. Misses. Ends up in the near corner. Martinez has the puck. Put it ahead to Foligno. We got the puck to center ice. Teravainen will whack it into the left wing corner. Foligno got the puck there. Drops it behind the Blue Jacket net around to the right point. Connor Murphy. Put it down to Foligno along the right boards. To Teravainen. Put it over left circle. Vlasic fires. And that's into the breadbasket of Merzlikins. And he'll hold the puck. A whistle will stop play. 4:55 left in the second here in Columbus. 3-1 Blue Jackets. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Hey Blackhawks fans, this is Alex Vlasic, and you're listening to WGN Radio.
Get cash in a flash for your older wrecked car today. That old piece of junk car is still hogging up space in your driveway? Do something about it. Global Auto Recycling and Repair will take that rusty old bucket of bolts off your hands today, and you'll get cash in a flash. Family owned and operated, Global Auto has been serving Chicagoland for over 60 years, and they'll pay you cash in a flash to take away that old clunker that's been annoying you for way too long. Call Global Auto Recyclers at 847-608-4700 today. What do the Blackhawks and United Airlines have in common? The next generation has arrived, and the future looks bright. New planes are joining the United Airlines fleet every week, decked out with Bluetooth connectivity, screens and power at every seat, and bigger overhead bins to fit everyone's carry-on. Book your next trip on the United app or United.com today. United Airlines, proud to be the official airline of the Chicago Blackhawks.
At the Midwestern University Speech Language and Physical Therapy Institutes, they take the time to get to know you. Their student and faculty providers offer unrushed and thorough healthcare. Experience the Midwestern difference for your speech language and physical therapy needs with state-of-the-art technology and specialized services. Located just off I-355 and Butterfield Road, visit MWUclinics.com to learn more. The Midwestern University Clinics, your family's home for healthcare.
Hey, Chris Chelios here. It's time to break out the Bandito. El Bandito Yankee Tequila. So smooth, it's criminal. Break out the Bandito, baby.
Charlie Meliodas and John Weideman here at Nationwide Arena. Don't miss the Green Hat giveaway courtesy of Constellation Energy on Wednesday, March 5th. The first 10,000 fans through the gates will receive a festive corduroy green hat before the Blackhawks face off against the Ottawa Senators at 6:30 p.m. Get your tickets now at blackhawks.com/tickets.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that date for a couple of reasons, Charlie. Talked about the event that's upcoming. The Ottawa Senators come to town. We get to see Brady Tkachuk. And March 5th is my sister Mary Ann's birthday, and she is a huge Chicago Blackhawk fan, big fan of one Marian Hossa. And she's the house mom in Lawrence, Kansas. We get an icing call here against the Columbus Blue Jackets. She's the house mom at the Kappa Kappa Gamma house, and she listens all the time. Love you, Mary Ann. Faceoff comes down, circle to the right of Elvis Merzlikins after the icing call against the Blue Jackets. Justin Danforth will step in and take the draw against Ryan Donato. Before the break, Ryan was hot. 4 goals in 4 games. He didn't want to see that sequence of the season end. Here's Connor Murphy deking in front of the Blue Jacket net. He looked like he was tripped and fell down, lost the puck. But from his side, he was able to backhand one toward the net. It missed. At center ice now, Donato takes the puck back and dumps it to the right wing corner Blue Jackets, and then finishes his check on Fabro as Werenski grabs the puck and skates it to center. He'll hand it off to Voronkov, who dumps the puck to the right wing corner Hawk zone. Brody is able to take a check and clear the puck off the boards into the Blue Jacket end. The Jackets take it back. Jake Christensen, lead pass, Adam Fantilli over the Hawk line. At the left point, drops it off. Marchenko fed it to the slot, picked off by Frank Nazar. He'll race back the other way, leading a 3-on-2 rush over the Jacket line on the right wing and fires, and a shoulder save made by Merzlikins. Nazar again behind the net, knocked down by Christensen. Bertuzzi in to get the puck. To Martinez left point. Spins it down behind the Blue Jacket net intended for Nazar. The pass goes over his stick and around. Now Jones from center ice drops it back into the Blue Jacket zone, but Marchenko will carry back through center. He gives it to Fantilli into the Hawk zone along the right boards, and Fantilli flips the puck behind the Hawk net. Jones grabs it there to Martinez. Sticks a pass up the left wing. Bertuzzi at center ice. Little handoff to Kurashev over the Blue Jacket line near the left point. Squeezed off the puck. And then Bertuzzi along the boards with Marchenko will battle for the puck. LeBade in there as well for Columbus, and the Jackets end up with the puck. Severson to Christensen along the left boards. Columbus end. Passing to center ice. Picked off by Alex Vlasic. He'll dump it off the boards down behind the Blue Jacket net. Merzlikins put it away now on the far side. Severson, who leaves the puck there. That's taken by Voronkov. Actually, Fantilli. He'll clear down into the Hawk zone. The Hawks come out of their end. Murphy through center. Over the Blue Jacket line on the right wing. He's hit as he dumps the puck down behind the net. Oh, and Craig Smith became entangled with Severson. Went down on the play. No penalty called. Severson in the far corner. Blue Jackets zone to the puck. Had it swept off his stick and back down ice into the Hawk end. And Seth Jones back to get the puck in front of the net. Bank pass up the right side. Patrick Maroon, who caught it at the Blue Jacket line. Dumps the puck into the left wing corner. It's swung out by Matejchuk, but not out. Here's Maroon in front of the net. Takes a pass from Foligno and redirects it on goal. He hit the post. Loose puck to the right wing side. Seth Jones. Put it down to the corner. Mikheyev back to Jones. Sticks the puck behind the Blue Jacket net to the left wing side. Teravainen. And now Foligno in to try and get it. Works the puck back to the point. James Van Riemsdyk took the puck away for the Blue Jackets and clears it down into the Hawk zone. And Jones will carry behind the net, then out. 1:20 on the clock. Jones to Alec Martinez at center ice on the left wing. Slings it down the glass, in behind the Blue Jacket net, around off the stick of Matejchuk and back down into the Hawk zone. The Hawks will get it back and restart.
Pat Maroon is livid at himself on the bench that he didn't bury that opportunity. And there's another one, John.
Erratic. We've seen some real erratic hops of the puck off of the glass stanchions here in Columbus, and we've seen vacated nets where the goaltender goes in behind the net in anticipation of the puck coming around, and it hits a stanchion and bounces in front. We may get a goal before the night's over that way. Brody at the right point. Moving with the puck down to the right circle. Drops it back. Top of the right circle. Teravainen. He'll fire. And a blocker save made by Merzlikins. Loose puck to the far boards. Taken by Sillinger. Waves it rink wide now to Kent Johnson. He's got a pair of goals here tonight for the Jackets. He clears it down beside the Hawk net. Mrazek put it in the far corner to Del Mastro. To Murphy. Ahead now to Donato through center ice and over the Blue Jacket line. Got by the defense. Went to the net and then had his stick lifted off the ice at the last second by Werenski. Here's Brody at the right point. He's pushed out to center ice by Johnson along with the puck. Murphy pokes it back into the Blue Jacket zone. Werenski clears to center ice, and there's the horn. Well, a better period for the Blackhawks, but a frustrating period nonetheless. Shots on goal, I can't give them to you because they've taken them off the clock here in Columbus. Well, now I can see it. 21-14 in favor of the Hawks. A better period for sure, but Columbus answered with two of their own and have a 3-1 lead going into the third period.
Yeah, Hawks were starting to tilt the ice in their favor. They get the power play goal to trim things up to 2-1, then get another power play after that. Had a few looks, not some offensive zone time, but you capitalize there to make it a 2-2 game, and it changes the entire feeling of this hockey game. Unfortunately, Columbus goes the other way a few minutes later and makes it 3-1, and it's almost like it's an uphill battle now for the Blackhawks, who are going into the third with a 2-goal deficit. Although I will say, John, the last game the Columbus Blue Jackets played in, they suffered their first regulation loss of the season when leading through two periods.
Yeah. That loss to the Rangers before the break, They are 0-3-1 in the last four games. I know they want to change that trend. The Blackhawks want to start this portion of the season off with a win and get some momentum and keep their point streak alive. Right now it's at 3 games. They want to make it 4. We'll see if they can. But right now we're going to send it back to the studio. Our good friend Jack Heinrich is standing by in Blackhawks Central. He's going to have a full intermission report, and then we'll have third period action back here in Columbus. Hawks looking to catch the Blue Jackets. Right now they trail 3-1 after 2 periods. This is Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
Lost your health insurance? You might be eligible for a special enrollment period on the Get Covered Illinois Marketplace. Get Covered Illinois navigators are ready to help you enroll in a quality, affordable health plan with essential benefits to cover prescription drugs, hospitalizations, maternity care, and much more. You might even qualify for financial help. Go to getcoveredillinois.gov. Your health coverage starts here.
Marquette Bank has been helping neighbors, families, and business owners in Chicagoland for 80 years. 80 years is a long time. When you bank with Marquette Bank, you know your banker. You have access to a team of real professionals to help you make smarter financial decisions. When you bank with Marquette Bank, good things happen for you and your neighborhood. Marquette Bank, love where you bank. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 462926.
From squeaky brakes to a check engine light, think of Bob Josh Chevrolet in Elburn for all your vehicle service needs. They service all makes and models. From routine maintenance to major repairs, their GM certified service department has you covered with a fair, family-friendly price. Call 630-448-4083 or book online at bobjoshchevrolet.com. Bob Josh Chevrolet, Route 47, Elburn, Illinois, next to Reams Meat Market.
When you're betting and find yourself constantly thinking about gambling and you're losing more money than you have, are you really winning? If you're spending too much time with the slots or you can't stop betting on sports and you find yourself feeling overwhelmed, maybe lying, and probably losing more money than you can afford to lose, you're not alone and you can get help. It's available 24/7 and it's confidential. When your betting has gotten out of hand, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.areyoureallywinning.com. Sponsored by the Illinois Department of Human Services.
When you only want to work with the best in commercial concrete, think Concrete Illinois. Visit concreteil.com, where you'll find the top commercial concrete contractors for your next project. Cement Mason LMCC members are skilled union employees who have the experience, skill, and focus needed to get the job done right, on on time and on budget. There's tremendous value in using skilled tradesmen on your commercial concrete project. To learn more, visit concreteil.com. That's concreteil.com.
Clutter taking over your space? Let Junk Luggers help you reclaim it. Junk Luggers is the full-service junk removal and hauling company ready to tackle it all. From single-item pickups to clearing out the garage or removing furniture, Junk Luggers takes care of the heavy lifting so you don't have to. And with a strong commitment to sustainability, Junk Luggers keeps garbage out of landfills by repurposing, donating, and recycling whenever possible. Call 1-800-LUG-JUNK or visit junkluggers.com. Junk Luggers, saving your space and the planet one haul at a time. The professionals at Plumbers 911 Chicago are ready to answer your call. They'll get your plumbing job done right the first time. Their phones are open 24/7, 1-833-PLUM-911.
Intermission?
It's time for an intermission update.
Intermission already?
Powered by the ComEd Energy Efficiency Program. Here's Jack Heinrich.
It's time for the second period intermission powered by the ComEd Energy Efficiency Program. Blue Jackets lead the Blackhawks 3-1 at the end of two. Blue Jackets getting 2 goals in that second period. The Hawks getting on the board on a Craig Smith power play goal from Alex Vlasic and Frank Nazar. Hawks out shooting Columbus 21-13, but just haven't been able to get some goals past Merz Linkins, who's a very aggressive goaltender. Has made some great saves and some stops on the Hawks here as they're looking to come back here in this third period. We'll look around the NHL here. We start in Boston, winding down in the second period. The Ducks are leading the Bruins 2-1. Also in the second period in Toronto, still 4-0. Maple Leafs over the Hurricanes as the Hawks' next opponent tomorrow night at the United Center. Canadians leading the Ottawa Senators 5-2. Senators playing without Brady Tkachuk after the Four Nations tournament. St. Louis and the Winnipeg Jets down in St. Louis. The Jets leading 2-1 over the Blues. And then later tonight, the Utah Hockey Club on the road against the Los Angeles Kings. The Vancouver Canucks on the road at the Vegas Golden Knights. And then finals from earlier today. Marco Rossi had a game winner in overtime when the Wild beat the Red Wings 4-3. Flyers get by the Oilers 6-3. And then the Capitals of the big win over the Penguins 8-3 earlier today. And the Sabres all over the Rangers 8-2 in that one. A 5-goal first period for Buffalo. Kraken hang on to beat the Florida Panthers on the road 2-1. And the Stars beat the Devils in New Jersey 4-2. And the Predators hang on for a 2-1 win over the Colorado Avalanche. Elsewhere in sports, some big games in college basketball. Game of the night, Duke and Illinois at Madison Square Garden. Duke up big on the Illini 42-24 in the first half. Butler leading DePaul 37-32. That one, it's also in the first half. And Bradley earlier today was down 12-0 to Murray State and came back to win 85-83 in overtime. And UIC beat Evansville 82-77. Over in baseball, spring training in Mesa, the Cubs beat the White Sox 7-3. That was the White Sox first game of the spring. Cubs moved to 3-0 so far in the Cactus League. Starter Justin Steele fired 2 shutout innings with 5 strikeouts in his first outing of spring. And Colson Montgomery hit a home run in the second at bat for the White Sox, got them on the board. That's the number 3 prospect for the White Sox. Over in the NBA, the Suns beat the Bulls 121-117. That's the 6th straight loss for the Bulls, struggling over there. But another solid game for Josh Giddey. 24 points, 10 assists, and 8 rebounds for the Bulls guard. 3-1. Blue Jackets leading the Blackhawks. We'll bring in Charlie Romeliotis next. You're listening to Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
Hey, Blackhawks fans. This is Craig Smith, and you're listening to WGN Radio.
Mom, I need to lay low for a few days.
Lay low? What's going on?
I only paid for this Hyundai Tucson.
Christopher Allen Lynch.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. Get the car or SUV you want at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Lease the Hyundai Tucson for $249 a month or get $2,000 bonus cash. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end March 3rd. Call 224-661-0068 for details.
Weighing my options in the morning can be a lot. Sweater or scarf, coffee or OJ, McGriddles or McMuffin. Well, at McDonald's, they're keeping my mornings simple and savory. See, I can grab 2 delicious breakfast sandwiches for just $6. The options? An iconic sausage McMuffin with egg and a savory sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles. So if you're like me and wondered which breakfast sandwich should I dig into first, well, let McDonald's help you out. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Single item or regular price.
After the end of a good fight, you deserve an ice-cold reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. You've earned this rich golden lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. Because you know, the bigger the fight, the better the reward. You put in the hours, the energy, the tough labor. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Hi, it's Lou Manfredini. Preparation is the key to winning. To beat Chicago's weather extremes, choose the best fiberglass or vinyl windows and patio doors from the Gilkey Window Company. Go to Gilkey.com.
Hawks fans, next season marks 100 years of Blackhawks hockey in Chicago. A century of unforgettable goals, iconic championships, legendary players, and generations of fans standing together. Now it's your turn to be a part of the story. Full and half-season ticket plans are on sale now at blackhawks.com/membership. With a Blackhawks membership, you won't just watch the season, you'll be a part of it. Experience the rivalries, celebrations, and moments that will be talked about for the next 100 years. Secure your seat today at blackhawks.com/membership. 3-1, the Blue Jackets leading the Blackhawks at the end of 2. We head back out to Columbus and bring in Charlie Romeliotis. And Charlie, little better there in that second period. Hawks are doing well in the shot attempts on goal, but still trailing 3-1. Merzlikins is a very aggressive goaltender. That's what I'm taking away from the first 2 periods.
He's all over the place, and I have no idea what's going on with these partitions here in Columbus, but there have been at least 5 times in these first 2 periods where either the Blackhawks or the Blue Jackets have dumped the puck into the glass, and it has taken a weird carom. And that one in the second period where Peter Mrazek got his first look at it, the other 4 happened when Merzlikins was in that. Mrazek, I mean, that puck trickled right through the crease, and so, yeah, it's been a weird 40 minutes here in Columbus. I thought it was a sloppy first period by the Blackhawks, as we talked about, but things settled down in the second. Hawks had a couple of power play opportunities in the second period. Were able to capitalize on the first one, not the second one, and then Columbus getting the third goal to extend their lead to 3-1. That felt like I want to say a dagger, like a heartbreaker, as if the game is over, but that felt a little bit deflating. So Chicago's going to have to make a real third period push here against the Blue Jackets if they want to force this thing into overtime or pick up 2 points.
Yeah, that goal seemed like one Peter Mrazek could have had. He was just wide open, and then he just kind of whipped on the glove side.
Yeah, it went right under his glove, and I'm sure Peter wants that back. But I went back and looked at the goal too, and I mean, Matejčak had there was so much room for him to skate into the zone for Chicago. Like Brody tried to clear the puck, and he did, and then Donato had his stick knocked out of his hands. Bedard went off for a line change, and I'm assuming that, well, I guess I don't even know if it would have been Bedard's guy as a defenseman, but because Bedard went to the bench and for a line change, I think that's why there was so much room in the open ice for Columbus to skate in there and score. But yeah, Peter Mrazek, I'm sure, would like to have that one back, but I think I would probably put that one more on the skaters for allowing him to skate in with such ease.
Yeah, I mean, all year the goalies have been bailing out the Hawks, so it's hard to put blame on them for that. What are you looking for here in the third?
Yeah, I think the Hawks, they got to try to draw some more penalties too. That's where they've been getting a lot of their scoring opportunities. They obviously capitalized on the first one. In the first game against Columbus, the Hawks, they lost 6-3, but they went 3 for 6 on the power play. It was I think it was the second time all season where the Blackhawks scored 3 power play goals in the same game. So if the Hawks can find a way to continue to draw penalties and tilt the ice in their favor that way, it's been hard for the Blackhawks to get some momentum at 5-on-5 because Columbus has been, the scoring chances in that department, I think, are 18-8 in favor of Columbus. So try to keep this game at even strength as far as not taking penalties, and capitalize on the power plays when you do get them.
Yeah, coming into the game, Hawks 8th in the NHL in power play, penalty kill, Columbus 26. So if they can get a few and cash in and come back. All right, Charlie, we'll talk to you after the game. Have a good call in the third.
All right, thanks, Jack.
All right, we'll recap the scoring when we come back. You're listening to the second intermission powered by the ComEd Energy Efficiency Program on 720 WGN.
As the official partner of the Chicago Blackhawks, Enterprise is ready to go the extra mile. They're dedicated to the most dedicated fans in the game. And with Enterprise on your team, you can move forward with confidence, knowing they've got your back. They're always available with mobility solutions, whether you need a rental replacement, truck, or even tailored business strategies. At Enterprise, your goal is their goal, and they're ready with the assist.
Real stories with Hellsberg.
After we met and we started dating, Nancy and I lived 150 miles apart, and I would drive my old jalopy car, and it was roughly a 3-hour distance. It took 3 years. I drove across that state back and forth, dating her every weekend.
Persistence.
And I would have never stopped. I had a lot of energy back then, 36 years ago.
At Hellsberg, find the engagement ring worthy of your story. Designed with the love, care, and craft it deserves. Visit a Hellsberg store or hellsberg.com.
We asked people why they sold their homes to Grandview Homes instead of using a real estate agent.
We needed to sell Mom's home quickly and with a company we could rely on.
No showings, no closing costs, no staging, no real estate agent fees, no added stress.
Whether you have a hard-to-sell home, want a stress-free sale, or simply need to sell your home fast, Grandview Homes is the name you know and the name you can trust. Visit GrandviewHomes.com to discover the easiest and fastest way to sell a home.
Seems everything costs more these days. Gas, groceries, and when's the last time you checked your wireless bill? Yikes. When it comes to big wireless, if you're staying, you may be overpaying. Here's how to get the same fast, reliable nationwide coverage without the big wireless bill. Switch to Consumer Cellular. Plans start at just $20 a month, and that's not a short-term promo. Our US-based experts will get you switched and saving in about 20 minutes. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com and start saving today. Plans include $5 credit for autopay and e-billing.
Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cask matured Irish whiskey. When it's game time, it's Tully time.
Hi, this is Dave Musial, owner of Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric, with our biggest sale ever. Furnaces from $39 a month. Furnace and air conditioning combos from $59 a month, plus 72 months interest-free financing and up to a $4,000 system rebate. Four Seasons guaranteed to beat any competitor's price by up to $1,000 guaranteed. So call today for your free in-home estimate and same-day installation.
For all the right reasons, call 866-4 Seasons.
The third period is next.
The third period.
Here for a recap is Jack Heinrich.
Back here in the second period intermission, powered by the ComEd Energy Efficiency Program. 3-1, the Blue Jackets lead. They got 2 goals in that third period, but in the middle, the Blackhawks were able to get a power play goal from Craig Smith.
There's Vlasic with a shot. They score! From the high slot, Alex Vlasic let it rip. The puck looked like it deflected in front of the Blue Jacket net. And in behind Merzlikins, they've taken the replay away from us here in the booth. So I'm going to have to just leave it as Vlasic's goal. The goal at 4:53 of period number 2.
Craig Smith got credited with that goal with an assist from Alex Vlasic and Frank Nazar. For every Blackhawks goal, Marquette Bank is donating $80 to a local charity to celebrate 80 years of neighborhood banking and giving back to the community. And we are heading into the third period. Let's finish the game strong, sponsored by Finishing Chicago. For commercial painting, wall covering, drywall finishing, or glazing contractors, go to finishingchicago.com. We send it back out to the Nationwide Arena with John Weideman and Charlie Meliotis. I think winning the first 5 minutes of this third period, the Hawks could get a goal, put some game pressure on Columbus, and get back into this game.
Jack, I would wholeheartedly agree. I think that would definitely put the momentum back on the Blackhawks side. You see if they can manufacture that. They're going to start off the period with Captain Nick Foligno centering a reconfigured line. Right now I'm seeing Bertuzzi. Well, now Bertuzzi will head to the bench, so it will be the same line that started the game. But I expect Nick Foligno. We saw a scrap earlier, Charlie. I expect him to contribute some other way before the end of the night.
Columbus just put something up on the video board. The offensive zone possession time through 2 periods, 10 minutes and 28 seconds for Chicago, 6 minutes and 53 seconds for Columbus. So the Hawks are winning the possession time battle in the offensive zone. Let's see if they can carry that into the third, but also capitalize on those opportunities when they do get some sustained offensive zone time.
Hawks are 2-24-1 when trailing going into a third period, where the Blue Jackets are now 15-1-3 when leading after 2. We'll see Which side's will prevails? Underway here in the third period. Hawks get control off the draw. Martinez tossing the puck from center ice down the left side boards in behind the Blue Jacket net. It's spun back around up the far side. And here's Matthew Olivier through center ice and over the Hawk line down the left wing. Angles to the net and leaves the puck there. It's knocked out of there by Mrazek. And the other way comes Seth Jones. Jones to center ice up the right wing side. We'll send it down the boards behind the Blue Jacket net into the left wing corner. Mikheyev leaving the puck there for Teravainen. Had it taken away by Olivier, who sent it ahead. Now Olivier will take the puck back at the Hawk line, and he'll backhand it into the right wing corner in the Hawk zone. Connor Murphy back to get it there.
I don't know what happened. Right off the faceoff, Nick Foligno was looking at his lower leg, and he went immediately to the Blackhawks bench, and he's now off to the Blackhawks locker room. So the Hawks are down with their captain right now.
I think I put the jinx on him there, Charlie. Here's Vlasic firing from the left point. Jacket zone. That rolls wide of the net. Murphy from the right point put it down in behind the net. Then now there to get it. Donato back to the right point to Murphy. Down to Bedard. Fed the slot. Donato fires. Pad save made by Merzlikins. The other way, Dante Fabro. Passing it ahead at center ice to Cole Sillinger. He'll dump the puck into the right wing corner in the Hawk zone. Boone Jenner there to take it. Set it behind the Hawk net. It goes up the far side to center ice. And from in front of the benches, Ryan Donato will whip the puck down into the Blue Jacket zone. Christensen along the far glass. Sticking the puck ahead to center ice. Seth Jones took it away at the Hawk line. Ahead to Bertuzzi over the Jacket line. Firing from the right circle. And a kick save made by Merzlikins at the last second. Puck taken away by Severson. Lifts it through the air to the Hawk blue line. Doubling back Martinez. Back to Seth Jones. Now to Martinez, just inside the Hawk line, left wing side, over to Jones. Head to Kurashev, over the Blue Jacket blue line, hands it on the left wing side, intended for Bertuzzi. His feet became entangled with one of the linesmen, and Bertuzzi went down. Jackets get the puck. Severson spins it back up ice. We're going to get icing here against the Columbus Blue Jackets. Play a little hard to describe. And Tyler Bertuzzi ends up with Seth Jones' stick somehow and gave it back to him as the two head to the benches. Face off in the Jacket zone in the circle to the right of Merzlikins.
It's the Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric face-off for all the right reasons. Call 866-4Seasons. Pat Maroon taking this draw for Chicago.
And he wins it. Reichel to the puck. Works it free to the left point. Ethan Del Mastro. He'll move down the boards toward the bottom of the circle. Jams it in behind the net. Maroon's got the puck there. Slings it out to the left point to Reichel. He'll flip the puck back in behind the Jacket net into the far corner, where Christensen grabs the puck and sticks it off the left wing boards and down. And again, icing's going to be called here to Columbus. We get our first look at Landon Slaggert in some time, Charlie. I don't recall calling his name very much in the second period, but he's back on here in the third.
He's someone I was banking on at the beginning of the game. Haven't noticed him too much, but there's still a lot of time left in this hockey game to make a difference if you're a guy like Slaggert. Next goal is going to be crucial, whichever team it comes from.
Yeah, Landon Slaggert, of course, a Notre Dame product. His brother still plays there. His brother is now in his sophomore season, and his older brother played with Landon when Landon was there at Notre Dame. So that had to be kind of cool. The two of them played together for a couple seasons. He was talking about that earlier today. From center ice, the puck is taken by T.J. Brody, and he fires it down the boards in behind the Blue Jacket net. Merzlikins stopping the puck there. Christensen slings it around into the Hawk zone. Here's Connor Bedard with the puck. Put it over to Connor Murphy, left wing side. Put it out to center ice to Patrick Maroon. He'll track back into the Hawk zone, move it to Murphy, Hawk line right wing. Goes rink wide with a pass to Vlasic. He'll stick the puck down in behind the Blue Jacket net to the far side. It's cleared back around by LeBate to the near side to Fabro, and he'll lift the puck down into the Hawk end. Hawks get possession. In transition, they come back up ice. Maroon into the Blue Jacket zone, left point. Spins it down into the corner. Reichel there had it chipped off his stick by Fabro. Jackets come out of their end. Ben Riemsdyk to center ice. Clears the puck off the boards and down behind the Hawk net. The Blue Jackets go for a quick line change.
That line change is sponsored by Gilkey Windows, the best line of fiberglass windows and doors.
Nick Foligno back on there. Receives the pass over the center ice circle. Whips the puck off the left side boards and down. Provorov plays it around up the near side of the Blue Jacket rink, into the rink. Provorov now behind the net. Works it up the left wing side to Olivier. Blue Jacket, blue line. Head to Danforth over the Hawk line left wing, and he backhands the puck in front of the net. Tumbles wide to the corner. Aston Reese to Danforth left circle. Will turn and fire, and that's over the net. This puck around to the near corner. Provorov to Danforth left circle. Here's Danforth along the left sideboards. Coughed up the puck, but Olivier in to get it along the boards. Put it out to the point. Matejchuk sticks it back across into the right wing corner. Danforth hit by Foligno, but put the puck behind the net. Centered out in front. Matejchuk fires, and Mrazek is down with a butterfly save, stopping the puck with his blocker and then covering with his glove and holding on. So we get a whistle stopping play. We also get a gathering in front of the Hawk net. I don't think anybody wants to have a go with Matthew Olivier. Have you ever seen him scrap? I mean, he can handle himself, boy. He is one tough customer.
He's one more minute from having 100.
Yeah. All right, we'll pause 10 seconds for station ID. This is Chicago Blackhawks hockey.
The Blackhawks, Wildcats, and the NFL play here on AM 720. On smart speakers, say play WGN Chicago.
WGN. Here in Columbus, John Weideman along with the great Charlie Ronelli-Otis, who's looking dapper tonight too, folks. Let me tell you, he's no face for radio. This guy's a TV guy all the way and a rising star. And a great young man and an outstanding color commentator here tonight, I might add. Did I pile that pile any higher, Charlie?
I will be sending you a check later in the mail for those compliments.
Thank you very much. Inside the Columbus zone, Christensen pokes it behind the net. Severson there wings a pass up ice that misses Kent Johnson and goes down into the Hawk crease. Mrazek stops it with the pads and put the puck behind the net. TJ Brody's pass up the left wing. Kurashev whacks it back into the Hawk zone to Brody. Put it over to Ethan Del Mastro. He'll skate the puck up the left wing to center ice and then dump it down into the left wing corner. Blue Jacket in. Werenski there to stick it up the near boards to center ice. Connor Murphy had the puck, lost it, got it back. Fell down as he lifts the puck into the Blue Jacket zone. Puck taken back by the Jackets. Werenski shot it rink wide for Voronkov. It's over his stick and down behind the Hawk net. Vlasic pokes the puck free, but right to Voronkov. To Werenski left point. Sends it down to Kirill Marchenko now in the near corner. And, one of the Hawks, I'm not sure who that is. That's Connor Bedard. He cold-shouldered Marchenko and stunned him with that body check. Jackets get the puck back. Voronkov to Marchenko behind the net. Murphy came along and swats it off his stick to Slaggert. Shot it up the left wing side for Bedard. The pass was in the air. He couldn't corral it. Hawks do take the puck back. Vlasic with a pass ahead from Maroon at center ice. Taken away by Fantilli of the Jackets. Carries down the right wing into the Hawk zone. Put the puck behind the net. LeBate there. He had it pulled off his stick by Seth Jones. Then LeBate hustling took it back from Jones in the far corner. LeBate is no stranger to Chicago hockey. He played for the Chicago Wolves for part of the season. Now he turns the puck over and the Hawks will take it back. Standing between the circles, this is Alex Vlasic holding the puck as the Hawks complete a line change.
By the way, one more penalty minute I meant for Matthew Olivier, and he'll hit 100. Which is the third most penalty minutes in the entire NHL for Matthew Olivier. He can drop the gloves.
Yeah, he can. And when he fights, he's all business. You better know what you're doing if you drop him with that guy. And one of the nicest guys you could ever meet, too. I had a nice talk with him this morning in the morning skate. Here are the Jackets on the attack, 3-on-1. Here's Matejchuk into the Hawk zone, right wing side, and fires. Mrazek with a scrambling shoulder save. The rebound cleared out of there and all the way down the ice by Alec Martinez. And icing is going to be called here to the Hawks. Well, Mrazek made a scrambling save on the Matejchuk shot. But he kind of put himself out of the crease as he did. And fortunately, veteran defenseman Alec Martinez was there to clean up the rebound. Defensively, anyway.
Yeah, that was developing into a 3-on-1 situation, but a nice hustle back by Craig Smith to take an option away by Matejchuk. Big save by Peter Mrazek to keep this game 3-1.
Hawks control off the draw. Brody will lift it through the air and down. Not far enough for icing, but far enough for the Hawks to get a line change now. Severson with a pass up the right wing. Olivier into the Hawk zone along the right boards. Rubbed off the puck by Hawk captain Nick Foligno, who claims the puck. Takes a couple strides with it up the left wing. Head to Mikheyev, then to Del Mastro. over the Blue Jacket line, fighting through to the right wing corner. Del Mastro kept the puck alive there. A little rugby scrum ensues. Teravainen reaching in, poke checks it away. Del Mastro will flip the puck behind the Jacket net. Then in the near corner, Danforth takes the puck, put it up the right side. Olivier center ice. Lifts it down the boards behind the Hawk net, then finishes his check on Murphy. Murphy kept the puck away, however, to Del Mastro to Teravainen, left wing to center ice. Dumps it down behind the Jackets net. Merzlikins out to play it to the near corner. Puck skitters away. Fabro tried to move it out to Jenner. He did. To Sillinger, back to Jenner through center ice. In his Blue Jackets season debut, the Jackets captain whips it down the boards behind the Hawk net to the near corner. Kent Johnson sticks it in front. Puck tumbles free, and Frank Nazar will pick it up and carry. Nazar takes on 4 Blue Jackets as he tries to carry into the Columbus zone. One of them lifted his stick at the last second. The Jackets get the puck back. There's Sillinger into the Hawk zone along the right boards. Spins it over off the left corner boards. It was intended for Kent Johnson. Tyler Bertuzzi took the puck away instead, put it in over the Jacket line. Kurashev will fire from the high slot. That goes wide. Voronkov in the far corner. Bats it behind the Jacket net near corner to Fabro. He'll fire a pass ahead to center ice. Taken away by the Hawks momentarily, but then taken back by Kent Johnson. Johnson to the Jackets to Fantilli along the right boards. Falls on a Hawk player stick. That easily could have been called a penalty. None given. Look out. Connor Bedard is able to turn away from a check from Marchenko. That may draw a crowd from some of the Blackhawks. We'll have to see what happens here.
He's returning the favor on the check that Bedard had on Marchenko earlier in the period.
He's quite a talent, that Marchenko. I don't think he likes the rough play. Voronkov is a different story. Here's Fantilli firing from the right circle. Nice stick save made by Mrazek. Slaggert will race out the center and over the Jacket line on the right wing. Tried to turn and make a pass. Picked off by the Jackets. But then taken back by the Hawks. Here's a shot from the right circle by Donato. That deflects wide. Slaggert at the left point. Falls. Lost the puck. Fantilli to center ice. Turned the puck over. Donato the other way. Bats it off the right boards into the Columbus zone. But Provorov clears to center ice. Here's Del Mastro. Moving it over the Jacket line on the left wing a few feet, and Provorov again there will poke it to center ice. Now a bait to the puck, had it taken away by the Hawks. Lucas Reichel breaks into the Blue Jacket zone down the right wing, carries behind the net, sets up the front of the net. This is picked off by James Van Riemsdyk, who skates the puck over to the far boards and nearly fell head first into those same boards. Corrali clears to center ice up the left wing side. Hawks get the puck back. Craig Smith into the Blue Jacket zone, left point. Tried to backhand it in front. Picked off by Matejchuk. Clears to the Hawk line. Jones took it there to Maroon over the Jacket line. Now to Reichel in the left wing corner. Corrali in there for the Jackets. Will scrape it behind his net. Then carry her out up the left wing side and lift it through the air down into the Hawk zone. Jones slots it away, not out. Severson for the right point to Olivier along the left wing boards. Olivier then fires toward the net. Knocked out of there with a stick save from Mrazek, and Seth Jones will lead the charge back the other way. Jones into the Jacket zone on the left wing. Put it down to the corner, pokes it behind the net. Foligno right corner to Teravainen along the right boards. To Martinez, high slot to Jones, bottom of the left wing circle. He turns and bats it toward the net, swept out of there by Merzlikins. And then Foligno from the right point tried to lift it in deep. Now it's taken away by Foligno. To Teravainen, to Foligno in front. He couldn't get a clean shot away. Merzlikins laid down on his belly and spread his pads. But he's lost his goal stick, has Merzlikins. Here now in front of the net, Foligno takes a pass, trying to jam it on goal. In comes Mikheyev came in to try and jab it into the net, and it's kicked out of there by Merzlikins again. What a performance he's putting on the Columbus net.
Merzlikins looks to be laboring.
Yeah.
He's in some discomfort in the Columbus net right now.
I believe he's hurt his back, and we'll have to find out. But play continues. Hawks have the puck, 7:30 on the clock.
He's trying to ask for a stoppage, but he's not getting it because Columbus doesn't have the puck.
Bedard into the Columbus zone, whips it behind the net. Werenski will take it back. They head now to Fabro at center ice. Put it in over the Hawk line on the left wing to Johnston. He falls down, and the puck pushed to center ice by Landon Slaggert. That's whipped back into the Columbus zone by Werenski to Jenner between the circles. He'll turn and skate the puck up the left wing through center ice over the Hawk line. Jenner, long wrist shot. Knocked away with the cheater portion of the glove of Mrazek. The other way come the Hawks. Kurashev through center ice. Over the jacket line to Donato left point. To Bedard right circle. Sent a tumbling shot wide. Here's Kurashev to the puck in behind the net. Kurashev now to the right wing corner. Kurashev got some room along the boards. Will turn and sling it toward the net. The puck tumbles into the left wing corner. Nazar battling for the puck. Has it top of the left circle. Nazar works it free through the high slot. Drops the puck down to Jones in the right wing corner. He rolls off of a check. Jones back in the high slot to Kurashev, top of the right wing circle with 6:20 on the clock. Leaving it there, Del Mastro will fire. That deflects toward the net, but ends up stopped in front. And Werenski's got a breakaway. Zach Werenski through center over the Hawk line down the slot will shoot and score. Making a goal and 2 assists for Zach Werenski here tonight. It's Columbus 4 and the Hawks 1. And Elvis Merzlikins down in the Columbus goal crease is laboring right now just to get from his knees up to his feet. No doubt Dean Evison, the head coach of the Columbus Blue Jackets, has noticed. This does not look good for Merzlikins, but he's still, he's gutting it out. He's in the Columbus net still.
I'm shocked he's still staying in this hockey game. Seth Jones found himself caught below the goal line. And then Ethan Del Mastro tries shooting the puck, being aggressive defensively. His shot gets blocked, and there was nobody back for the Blackhawks. Werenski had a breakaway from his own blue line, and he makes it 4-1 Columbus with exactly 6 minutes left in this third period right now.
For Zach Werenski, he's having a career season anyway, and for my money, he's having a Norris Trophy season. That's his 18th goal on the season, to go along with 2 assists here tonight. What a night for Zach Werenski. We mentioned that he led Team USA in the Four Nations face-off in scoring with 6 points. He's picked up where he's left off. We're down to 5:45 left on the clock for the third period inside the Columbus zone. Fantilli to the puck, moves it up to the left wing side. Voronkov to Marchenko. He sent it back over to Provorov at center ice. Now Provorov backing up with the puck into the Columbus zone. To Marchenko over the center ice circle. Quick pass to Voronkov into the Hawk zone along the left wing boards. He pushes Brody down to the ice, takes the puck away. Voronkov from the corner, put it behind the net. Marchenko put it to the top of the crease. A shot there from Fantilli. He scores. It's now 5-1 in favor of Columbus.
Well, things are unraveling here for Chicago in this third period. TJ Brody tries bodying Marchenko. He centers the puck, and it's Adam Fantilli that's all alone in front to make it 5-1 in favor of the Blackhawks. Alec Martinez couldn't get back there in time. And the third period route is on for the Blue Jackets.
For Adam Fantilli, that's his 16th goal on the season. From Marchenko and Voronkov, the goal at 14:46 of period 3. So now back in the Hawk zone as play resumes. Connor Murphy, the puck will spin it behind the net up the right wing side. Craig Smith there tried to flip the puck out of the zone. He fanned on the attempt. Puck taken back by Murphy in the corner. Bats it off the end boards. Vlasic will skate it up the left wing to center ice. Whips it across the rink. Reichel into the Columbus zone. Bottom of the right circle will turn and fire. That deflects over the net to the near corner. And Corrali takes the puck, moves it up the right wing to Van Riemsdyk. Shot at rink wide Christensen. He'll whip it down the boards into the Hawk zone. Blue Jackets get a line change, as do the Hawks. We're down to 4:30 left on the clock for the hockey game. 5-1 Blue Jackets here in Columbus. Vlasic sent it ahead. Maroon, Columbus line, deflects the puck down to the inboards behind the net. That's swung away up the near side by Fabro. Ahead to Olivier, who shot it down in on Peter Mrazek. Swept the puck away to the far corner. Brody clears behind the net to Del Mastro. The puck deflected out to the right point. Long shot by Fabro goes wide. Loose puck along the left wing boards. Zach Aston Reese will fire. This tumbles down toward the net. and poked in behind the net by Danforth. And Brody to the puck in the near corner. Checked into the boards there from behind by Danforth. Puck comes free, however. Slaggert is now able to scrape it to center ice. And he couldn't work it by the defenseman Fabro at the Columbus blue line. Jackets get the puck and they're in. Dante Fabro skating it through center ice over the Hawk line, right wing side. Snaps it down the boards behind the net. Jones will give it a ride up the far side, not out. Kent Johnson there for Columbus. Flips the puck down behind the Hawk net. Del Mastro with a pass up the right wing. Bertuzzi at center ice unintentionally fires the puck up into the Columbus bench, and we get a whistle and a stoppage in play mercifully. We'll keep an eye on Merzlikins as he slowly heads to the Columbus bench. 3:18 left in the third, 5-1 Blue Jackets. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Property managers and GCs use FinishingChicago.com's contractors for finishes and protective coatings in the most iconic venues, interior spaces, and essential infrastructure. Our painters apply industry-leading commercial and industrial finishes inside and out, so your biggest assets always put their best square footage forward. FinishingChicago.com has your free list of painting, wall covering, glass systems, drywall finishing, and signage contractors. For a great finish, start with FinishingChicago.com.
Circa Sports Chicago is sports betting the way it should be. I'm talking the best odds, higher limits, and the unmatched convenience of betting 24/7 right here in Illinois. College basketball is heating up, and March is right around the corner. Plus, the NBA and NHL seasons are in full swing with playoff races intensifying. Download the Circa Sports app today. Sports betting has never been this exciting. I use it, I love it, and I know you will too. Circa Sports Chicago, sports betting the way it should be.
Cold weather and hockey season go together hand in hand, but your home isn't a hockey rink, and you want it to be the perfect temperature no matter the season. With Mitsubishi electric heating and air conditioning mini split systems, you get the ultimate comfort and efficiency every time, even in those difficult to heat places in your home. Their units are designed to deliver consistent comfort where you need it most. Check out Mitsubishi electric heating and cooling mini split systems today at getacomfyhome.com.
Hey Hawks fans, this is Andreas Athanasiou. Let's get back to action.
Now back to the game.
Charlie and John back here at Nationwide Arena. Don't miss the Blackhawks St. Patrick's Day celebration presented by Bud Light on Wednesday, March 5th. Enjoy festive fun in the atrium before the Blackhawks face off against the Ottawa Senators at 6:30 p.m. Grab your green gear and get your tickets now at blackhawks.com/tickets. And John,
yes, sir.
I teased this earlier.
Okay.
On February 22nd, 2013, the Blackhawks beat the San Jose Sharks 2-1 while setting an NHL record with a 17-game point streak to start a season. This day in Blackhawks history is sponsored by Global Auto Recycling. Get cash for your car or truck today with Global Auto Recycling. That's what the Blackhawks need to get back into the playoffs. If we were talking about it earlier today.
I remember it well, Charlie. Those were some great days. You're going to get a penalty here to the Blue Jackets, and the Hawks will get a power play out of this. Hooking will be the call. 2:50 left on the clock.
Columbus penalty, 2-minute minor, number 10 for hooking.
So Dmitry Voronkov is sent off for 2 for hooking. Hawks are going to get their 4th Sitco power play of the game. When you start with Sitco, you're good to go. I think a power play goal here, Charlie, be something for the team to build on for tomorrow night's game against Toronto.
Yeah, and it looks like they're starting their second unit out here, not the first. I think the second unit's been better in this game. They have the only goal on the power play was Craig Smith.
Here's now Maroon from the side. That jams the puck into the crease. Reichel there to try and snap it on goal. Merzlikins is down to make the save. Now, I did keep my eye on Merzlikins during the break. He went over to the Columbus bench. I did see him talk to the trainer, and he's going to gut it out. He's going to stay in the game, and no doubt he'll be doing some stretching post-game. You wonder how much of this is dehydration. Goalies can dehydrate. I think if Darren Pang were listening right now, he'd say, oh, yeah. But nonetheless, these guys are in such finely tuned condition. Some would think that's a bit of a stretch. I don't. I know that goaltenders can really dehydrate in the game. Here's Reichel into the Blue Jacket zone. Left wing side. Drops it off to Maroon. Tried to drive the puck down to the corner. Zach Aston Reese took the puck away for Columbus. He'll lift it off one of the stanchions in the Hawk zone, and again an erratic hop of the puck. Craig Smith put the puck behind the Hawk net. Classic. Head to Smith, Jackets line. Pass hits his stick blade, bounces away. Boone Jenner back the other way. Over the Hawk line, stopping the left wing circle. Then Reichel comes in to defend and work the puck free. And Patrick Maroon will skate it out to center ice and then loop back into the Hawk zone. 1 minute on the Hawk power play. Maroon at the Hawk blue line will drop it down to Connor Bedard. Hawks changing their personnel. Bedard in the Hawk zone will skate the puck to center ice. 45 on the power play. To Bertuzzi over the Jacket line left point. Tried to whip it across the rink. Fabro intercepts, clears the puck off the boards down to the Hawk blue line. Seth Jones waiting there. To Teravainen over the center ice circle. Put it into the Blue Jacket zone. It rolls free. Bedard high slot to Teravainen, top of the right circle. Over to Donato along the left boards. To Jones high slot, leaving it there for Bedard. Hard wrist shot hit the end of the glove of Merzlikins and goes wide to the far boards and glass. Puck kicked away now. Teravainen at the line could not hold the puck in the Blue Jacket zone. We are under a minute left in the hockey game. 5-1 Columbus. Hawks power play about to end. Olivier the other way into the Hawk zone. Down the left wing side, muscling to the net. Could not get a shot away. Voronkov is out of the box. Jackets are at full strength.
Blackhawks are back to full strength, sponsored by Northwestern Medicine Orthopedics on a relentless pursuit of better medicine.
Merzlikins behind the Columbus net, stopping the puck there. Leaves it for Denton Matejchuk. Quick pass up the left wing side. Voronkov Hawk line with 24 seconds. To Olivier into the Hawk zone along the right boards. Lost the puck. Del Mastro passing ahead now. Nick Foligno, the former Blue Jacket captain of 6 years, into the Blue Jacket zone. Down the right wing. Drops the shoulder. Barrels to the net. Got a one-handed shot away. Turned out of there by Merzlikins. 4 seconds on the clock. Mikheyev slings the puck across the rink. It's picked off by Olivier, and the horn sounds, ending the hockey game, and somewhat mercifully for the Hawks. Peter Mrazek in goal for the Hawks. Faced 21 shots. Five of those shots